I'm not going to work tomorrow.
Nope, definitely not going to work tomorrow.
So, breaking news. The other day, Wolfman burped in a woman's face. Wolfman, please elaborate.
All right, so I was at work, and after I got done eating lunch, where I work, where there's like a table in between a bunch of us, and there's a filing cabinet at the end of it. I was kind of leaning up on the filing cabinet there, and I looked down at my arms that I had propped on the filing cabinet, and let out a pretty good bit of gas from my face, from my face hole.
Yeah.
And she caught a whiff of it because, like reverse mushroom cloud, I guess.
Right.
It was pretty bad, apparently. She was not very happy.
I thought you said you burped in her face.
I mean, I guess splashed back in her face, but she was standing like 1.5 feet from me.
Yeah.
Like she was leaned up on the thing too.
So
pretty
like
much in your face.
Yeah, it's kind of in your face. Especially, it really depends on what you ate. Like,
I don't remember what I ate, but I don't eat very well. So
bro, I had a date out here last Wednesday.
You had a date?
Yeah, I had a date in here, and I made meatloaf.
With a guy?
Huh?
With a guy?
No, it was with a lady. What a nice lady there.
So you made her meatloaf, huh?
I made meatloaf. It wasn't the first time we had met. We dated last year, but I give myself too much to do to have had time for a girlfriend.
That's the excuse, yeah.
But yeah, so I was like, enough time has gone by. I'm in this new fucking apartment. I need some. I just sort of noticed that the only company I had invited here was fucking dick based.
Yeah, it was kind of a bit of a sausage party around here.
Yeah,
huh?
I need some non-sausage based dessert in this bitch.
Get some tacos in this motherfucker.
Fish tacos.
Ew.
Or some clams. But so I invited her over, right? I made her a meatloaf.
Uh-huh.
We watch a fucking horror movie.
What movie did you watch?
Oh, fuck. It was a horror movie about cadavers. The main character, the old guy from, I think it was Super Troopers. Like, I believe that when me shit turns purple and smells like rainbow sherbet.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy. He was a mortician who works with his son in this house, and they take this fucking elevator down to the basement, and they process dead bodies. They're a morgue.
Uh-huh.
But they do fucking autopsies. They do full criminal autopsies. And yeah, the horror movie, the whole thing is that, like, they got 5 dead bodies the police found, and they're trying to figure out how they're connected at all. And it's some crazy shit. It turns out one of the dead bodies is a witch or something. I don't know.
So what you're saying is y'all watched the whole movie.
The whole movie.
So there was no Netflix and chill, huh?
No, we didn't Netflix and chill. Well, fucking sometimes when a year goes by, people have gone so far in a different direction that they're no longer compatible that way. But the point of the story was that, boy, that meatloaf. It was delicious.
Was your granny's meatloaf?
It was Granny's meatloaf, yeah.
I can confirm it's pretty good meatloaf.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's like, I want to fuck you afterwards meatloaf, but I mean,
it's more like I'm going to burp and you're going to smell it from 10 feet away.
That is the truth.
It is a fucking stench. That shit sits in your stomach. I mean, like, it desperately wants to come out once it gets down there.
I think that just is meatloaf in general. I don't know if it's specifically to that kind.
That meatloaf in particular, it was particularly terrible burps.
Wow.
Like, real bad.
Maybe next time you have a girl over, you should probably eat, like, salads or something.
Well, number one, I don't eat salad because I'm not a goat.
Fair.
Number two, I didn't remember that happened from my meatloaf. I just happened to burp, and I was like, oh, God. She was like, oh, God. And then, like 10 minutes after that, she burped, and I was like, "Oh God!" I was like so happy that she also burped, so it's not just me. But then also terrified because it smelled exactly like mine.
Oof.
Yeah.
That's rough.
Yep.
That happens a lot to me when I eat like Taco Bell.
Yep.
It doesn't like mess up my backside a whole lot anymore, but it just gives me serious acid reflux. So
My
I'm like,
backside. What Wolfman meant to say was his ass. This is marked as explicit, Kevin. We're gonna get every fucking dime out of that fucking tick mark.
okay. I usually don't shit my brains out anymore. Is that better? Is that more appropriate, Eads?
Much better. Thank
Okay.
you.
Okay. I usually don't blow my ass out, with Taco Bell anymore. It's usually just very acidic, non-pleasant burps.
Like on YouTube, you're not supposed to curse before the 1 minute mark or something. Or
I don't think we've made that yet. Like this is like what 5 or 6 episodes we're in now.
Honestly, I've known that for a while. I think I've been making a conscious effort not to because we have the intro music and all.
I guess that counts too. That's like 20, 30 seconds maybe.
We buy a little time.
Yeah.
It's not all.
As long as we don't come out the gate with a fuck, then we should be all right.
Right. Come out the gate with a fuck. I'm not going to work tomorrow. Damn.
Just curse words where curse words don't belong.
Fucking.
But fucking.
So, hang on. I'm trying to go over the topics that we had planned.
Yeah, go over them for just a minute. I'm gonna go grab another beer.
Okay.
You could.
Okay. So we're back. Wolfman has a beer. We wrote stuff down.
By the way, Yingling. If you're
Yingling's
listening,
delicious.
we love you. I drink you every day.
Please sponsor us.
Please sponsor us.
I would love some free Yinglings.
Yeah, you don't even really got to pay us. Just send like a 30-pack over every now and then. We'll probably just rep you anyway.
Yeah, bro. Like fucking a 30-pack a month.
And a hat. Can I get a hat?
Fuck yeah, give me a hat or a patch.
Nah, I don't really wear patches. I just wear a hat.
I don't wear them either. I'm just gonna stick it on the wall.
That's fair.
Yeah, or a poster.
I'll take a poster.
Yeah, or like a fucking cowboy boot remover. Yeah. Whatever you got.
Something.
Send that bitch.
Maybe even Yingling branded toilet paper if you got some of that.
Yeah. Or it didn't even have to be toilet paper. Just like cock cleaner.
A cock cleaner?
Yeah, here's some Yangling for your dangalang.
Yeah. Oh, shit. So, during the pandemic,
yeah.
I know Buffalo Trace was doing it, but I think like a lot of tequila manufacturers were doing it too. They were making alcohol branded hand sanitizer.
What?
Yeah. So there was like Jim Beam brand hand sanitizer.
Shut the fuck up.
No, dude, I swear to God.
Why? So they just just keep the color and make that into fucking like.
They were just using the what do they call it, white dog or whatever it is. The stuff that comes out of the
first run.
The first run, yeah.
Yeah, the coal run.
I guess I don't know what it's called.
It's because it's too potent.
Yeah, they just hadn't cut it yet, so it's got 99% alcohol or whatever it is. So they just turned it into hand sanitizer. I remember distinctly seeing a Buffalo Trace whiskey branded hand sanitizer. That's
history,
Yeah.
If you got a hold of that, we should collect them all, because the stupid goddamn pandemic. It's an actual historical event.
Oh yeah, this will be in textbooks.
Yeah, for like 100 years from now, people will be talking about it.
Yeah, because we learned about the Spanish flu. That was basically the same thing, almost exactly 100 years ago.
Oh. So I guess in 100 years, they're like, well, learn from them. Everyone go inside.
Yeah.
Let me turn my phone off real quick. I'm being real unprofessional.
Yeah. But in 100 years, there could be like, watch out for the COVID-75.
Yep. COVID-75. Because we're at COVID-19.
Yeah.
That was clever. I liked it.
Yeah.
Fucking. Oh, okay. Yeah. So, I got one more story before we get into the topics.
Okay.
Yeah. So, before you got here today, when I arrived at this apartment, I had some chores to do so that it didn't look like an absolute, let's say Sasquatch lived here, right? See there, that's foreshadowing, Kevin. That's how it's done.
Yeah, usually foreshadowing doesn't point out that it's foreshadowing.
Right, but see, this is a podcast and I'm an idiot, so it'll be fine.
Okay.
So when I arrived, I had some chores to do. Had to take out the trash, had to wash the dishes, had to do my clothes and whatnot. And the trash is a chore that I despise.
Really? But that's like one of the easiest things to do.
I hate it. It's not the easiest thing to do because, okay, so laundry, I walk it from that room to that room.
It's about 30 feet, people.
Yeah, 30 feet. Stuff's in there. I pour a little stuff in there, push it in, hit the button. It's fucking washing, right? Sink, dirty dishes. I just stand right there in front of that sink. I walk from this room to that room, do the dishes, and put them in the thing. Done. No physical exertion whatsoever. The trash, right? I don't have a driveway to put trash at the end of. I have to carry all my trash to my car, put it in the car, with drippy and nasty and gross trash, right? Beer bottles, Coke cans. Like a bunch of men have been throwing shit in these trash cans or something.
Well, I wonder why that would be.
Wonder why. And then drive it to the beginning of the neighborhood over there. It's way less bad than it was before. And open up my truck, throw the garbage into the fucking dumpster, drive all the way back over here, climb my fucking stairs, come back in here, and then do the rest of the shit. Hate garbage.
You know what you need?
What?
You need like one of those little...
I need a child to force to take out the trash.
Yeah. I don't even have that yet. I still get saddled with the trash can.
Well, some of my neighbors do exactly that. There's a kid in this neighborhood.
Uh-huh.
I don't know his name. I call him Yeehaw.
Yeehaw?
Yeehaw. That's what I call him.
Okay. How old is this kid?
He could be anywhere from 14 to 40.
That's a pretty wide range there, buddy.
Yeah, you're going to find out why. It's impossible to tell. Because every time I've seen him, he's wearing a muscle shirt and a leather jacket or something.
A muscle shirt and a leather jacket.
Yeah.
That's an odd combination.
Yeah. It
for a potential child.
Right. But, I mean, he looks kind of swole, He got some arms on him there a little bit.
Okay.
All right. He's got basically my hairstyle.
Uh-huh.
Long all the way around. Looks like he got a haircut maybe a year ago or buzzed it a year ago and hasn't done anything.
Much like yourself?
Much like myself. Yeah. Yeah. And every day I see him carrying a bag of trash down the street from way over across the bridge there, where my old apartment was.
Yeah.
And it just looks like a guy walking with trash. You don't want to make eye contact because he's a stranger, right? But one day I had the window cracked because I was smoking a cigarette like an individual who's going to die of lung cancer at one point.
Okay.
And, yeah, I heard... Yeah!
What the fuck?
And I looked over and realized Yeehaw has Down syndrome.
Oh, what the fuck?
Did not notice any other day. But since then, every single day, I listen for him. You know what I mean? And if he doesn't come by, I kind of miss him. Because...
Yeah, it's your friendly neighborhood Downs kid. We had something very similar when I lived over in the ghetto.
Yeah?
Yeah, except it wasn't it was
What the fuck?
Yeah, it was our friendly neighborhood crackhead.
Yeah, that's different. That's a little more terrifying.
Yeah, you used to be able to buy just little odds and ends off of him. Like, you never knew what he was going to have that day. And you made sure to not leave anything outside.
Yeah, because they might sell it to the neighbor.
Yeah.
Fucking. But yeah, if I just sit in my chair in front of my desk in there and don't have my headphones turned all the way up, you can catch it. His ghost is going to haunt this place. I swear.
You know, I think.
And whenever cars approach, like he fucking bows up at them. Like,
What is he, like a pit bull trying to fight it or something?
I think he watches a little too much wrestling. It's what, like, if I had to imagine what he's listening to, I definitely guess it's like wrestling intro music because he's walking like he's doing a wrestling intro.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
You know, the muscle shirt and the leather jacket kind of
Makes sense, then.
It does.
Yeah.
So, okay, I have a question for you, Eads.
All right.
What is it worth to you to not have to take your own trash to the trash can anymore?
What's it worth? Are you offering
What's it worth to you?
$20?
What? No, like
That's what it's worth to me.
you're okay. This is what I propose to you.
Okay.
You flag down, Mr.
No. Yeehaw's not come. I'm glad that Yeehaw doesn't know that I exist.
Oh, come on, you can make a new friend. You can potentially,
Brighten this kid's day.
life up.
I just don't want to, because I don't think I should, because with all good consciousness, I just couldn't do that, because
Like you give the kid $1, he takes your trash can. You know.
yeah. And then, but it's wrong. I'm not gonna do that, because the whole time I'm just gonna be just trying desperately not to laugh. You know.
I guess that's a point.
It's highly offensive, Kevin, what you've just suggested. It's highly offensive.
I'm not the one that said you got a fucking Downs kid running around here. You did.
Well,
You brought it up.
Well, yeah, but like...
Is it any more offensive than that is already?
No, but just his existence isn't offensive, you know?
No.
He exists. He has Down syndrome. He walks through there.
He deserves a job just like the rest of us, Eads.
He has one!
How dare you...
He carries garbage for his parents. I'm not trying to muscle in on their action.
How dare you ableism him? You ableist bastard.
You ableist bastard.
With your working brain and things.
You know what we didn't do?
What's that?
Order fucking pizza.
Oh, yeah.
Let's you know what? Hang on. We're gonna keep the podcast going, and we're gonna order pizza as we go. So it's gonna be great.
Okay.
I'm super excited.
This is going to be real interesting.
If it would ever open. Okay, so what kind of pizza you feeling here, Wolfman? This is riveting material, by the way.
Riveting.
Fucking.
Where are you ordering it from?
I don't know. Fucking. What's the name? DoorDash.
You know, maybe we can get Yeehaw to chip in on this.
Shut the fuck up. You're terrible.
Yeah.
That joke was bad, and you should feel bad.
I don't.
Okay. So, pizza. We have Marco's.
That's too good, but too expensive.
Little Caesars.
Good, but not expensive enough.
Papa John's.
A nice middle ground.
Right in the middle there. So, Little Caesars charges nothing for a delivery fee. Marco's charges $4 for a delivery fee. Papa John's charges $3.
Yeah, let's go with fucking Little Caesars, I guess.
Cheese?
Little Caesars, whatever the fuck it is. Whichever one used. My Jew side skipped up and said, "Hey, that one's free."
You want Papa John's?
I don't care. Sure.
You said Little Caesars was a little too cheap.
I'm not that picky. I'm just being an ass.
If we spend $18 at Little Caesars, we save $3.
Oh.
We spend $18 at Little Caesars?
We probably it's like $5 for a pizza there, though. How do you spend $18?
Oh, because they have to deliver it.
Oh yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. Okay. 2 extra most bestest pepperoni. 2 extra most bestest. The Mo Betta pizza.
Uh-huh. Show enough.
Yeah.
Show enough.
Regular bake.
Sure.
Party cut.
What is a party cut?
It's exactly like a regular cut, because the last time I ordered this, it wasn't cut any different.
Ah.
It's a fucking regular cut.
That's just unnecessary advertisement right there.
$17.52.
There you go.
We were supposed to spend $18. Fuck! That's how they get you. Hang on, let's see if we saved the money anyway, because after tax and all.
Yeah, after taxes. How do they know that you're saving $3?
Gotta add 48 cents to get the $3 off promo. This is bullshit.
So if you spend more than $18, it turns into $15. Is that
Correct.
what you're saying?
Yep. Isn't that stupid?
No, put it like a fucking.
Like an extra.
Put a dip.
Dipping sauce.
Yeah, dipping sauce.
Let's see here. I don't know why I'm doing this accent.
Make it saucy.
I have no idea why I'm doing this accent.
I don't know. Did you watch my cousin Vinny again or something?
No, I think about it now when I sit down here because of, how good that movie was.
Yeah.
You got Caesar dip, flavorful dipping sauce. What the fuck is that?
I imagine it's much like Caesar dressing.
But it's from Little Caesars. I got crazy sauce for $1.
What the hell is crazy sauce?
It's that red sauce. It's just their pizza sauce.
Oh. You got like a garlic butter or anything like that?
No.
I guess the crazy sauce then.
Okay. Crazy sauce.
There we go. Now it should be 18.50 whatever.
1869.
69 giggity.
Nice. Okay. Yeah. So it's actually cheaper.
We had to spend $1 to save $2.
Right. Is exactly what we had to do. All right. I am not leaving a tip. I'm leaving a tip. Don't you worry.
Always tip your server except at Starbucks because they make regular wages.
Right. So what's $1 minus 19 cents? 81 cents.
Look at that good public education.
I just want to spend exactly $24.
Fair.
Okay. Place order.
I'll Venmo you $12.
Yes, you will. Just keep it. I'll probably owe you at some point.
Eh.
Know what I'm saying?
Know what I'm saying?
Know what I'm saying? Yeah. You just get it next time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a cute. We air fived.
That was what the foot was for.
Okay, so bumper stickers, am I right?
Okay, so what's your deal with bumper stickers, man?
Okay, so
First off,
bumper stickers have changed.
when did this how do I say this? Where did this disdain of bumper stickers start? Like, what time frame are we looking at here?
All right, so the beginning of my disdain for bumper stickers happened probably around 2014.
Okay.
So, 8 years ago, I've hated them for that long, right? And because it's always something stupid, like fucking the coexist ones used to be super popular.
Oh yeah,
It's
the
like,
ones with all the
I'm tolerant of everyone. Shut the fuck up. You're a human being like everyone else.
Nobody cares, Cheryl.
Yeah. No one gives a fuck. Or it's like a bunch of stick figures, detailing the exact number of family members you have. Thank you. I now know exactly how many people are in your household.
I have a caveat to that, though.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen a couple of them where it's like the zombie family.
Yeah.
Those ones I kind of like.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. And the zombie assault vehicle or whatever. But I seen a bumper sticker today that reawakened an old demon.
Yeah. Oh, and another caveat. I want to mention this before you get into it.
Better not be the one I'm thinking of.
No, talking about the coexist one.
Mm-hmm.
Every time I've seen a coexist sticker on somebody's car, terrible fucking driver.
Yeah.
They're always shitty drivers.
God forbid it's a fucking Yukon with a coexist sticker. Every Yukon driver I've ever seen fucking sucked. I get so fucking frustrated by Yukon drivers on a daily basis. I don't know what it is. Why idiots are attracted to the Yukon. The poor Yukon has nothing to do with your fucking idiocy, but now I've associated it with it.
I don't know, because, a Suburban, you don't really...
No, Suburbans are fine.
Suburban's the same thing.
Yeah. Yukon sucks.
Maybe it's like the modern-day Hummer, because everybody got away from the Hummers and stuff like that.
Now every asshole gets in a Yukon's like, oh, I'm in a big truck. I can just cut motherfuckers off.
Like
Fuck you, everybody else.
They couldn't afford the Escalade, but they didn't want to ride around in a Chevrolet.
Yeah. So, the sticker I saw today that reminded me how much I hate this sticker.
Uh-huh.
So, I work on Fort Benning, right?
Yeah.
You're familiar with Fort Benning.
I am.
You know where it's geologically located.
Geographically, yes.
Geographically, thank you. It's fucking right next to Columbus, Georgia.
Yeah.
What's Columbus, Georgia next to?
Nothing.
Fucking
Alabama.
the city that you're in, Phoenix City,
Oh.
and the Chattahoochee River and whatnot.
If we're being honest, Phoenix City is next to Columbus. Columbus is not next to Phoenix City.
Phoenix City has been here long before. No, it hasn't.
No.
That's not true. Columbus came first.
It did. Columbus was originally a port town. People don't remember that.
Yep.
I think we talked about this on one of the previous episodes because of the tugboat thing.
Yeah, the tugboat thing.
Yeah.
But the bumper sticker I saw said, in broad daylight in Fort Benning, giant letters across the back of their windshield, Salt Life.
It is kind of weird up here. Yeah.
How
It's because
do you live a salt life? You are stationed at Fort Benning.
Yeah. Maybe they came from Florida or North Carolina
They had a Georgia
or
tag.
Savannah.
They had a Georgia tag,
Maybe they're from Savannah.
and it was.
Well,
it's
and
at least a
you
year
got
old.
to change.
But
you
if
gotta change your
if
county
you're
tag.
from Savannah, it's one thing, but it's where you live. Like I've seen people that in Maplesville, they were everywhere. These Salt Life stickers. That's what infuriated me initially.
Yeah.
People who live in Maplesville, Salt Life, fucking. You don't live anywhere near any salt. The closest body of water, the closest body of salt water to you is some dickhead's fucking pool. Like there's nothing nearby to justify that fucking sign, that bumper sticker. Like it's one thing, and you're like, oh, I just want the Salt Life sticker because I love it when we go to the beach. Well, like you vacation at the beach. You don't live at the beach.
Yeah.
Like it should say salt once a year. Fucking Salt Life, my ass.
Salt every now and then.
Salt once in a
Or
while.
you know what? For Maplesville and Columbus too, I think. Just be like salt on my potato. We should make that sticker.
Fuck yeah, salt on my potato.
But
Yeah,
do-
salt. It's a Salt Life sticker, but the life scratched out on my potato.
Like do it in the font of the Salt Life sticker.
Yeah, I remember. What I thought my wrath for that bumper sticker had died. I saw one that said Bog Life in Maplesville, and I was like,
Okay, that makes sense.
I don't have any quarrel with that sticker. I think he's okay.
I've seen them around here where it's like Hooch Life.
Hooch.
Hooch, like Chattahoochee,
Oh,
because of the river.
that's fine, but
But at the same time, like
I thought hooch was like fucking.
it's also a slang term for liquor.
Yeah,
But it's
that's old.
yeah. But I mean, it's also a term around here for the Chattahoochee.
The hooch.
Yeah.
Well,
There was a bar here
Chattahoochee.
that was named the Hooch for a little while. It was down there by Scruffy Murphy's.
Bet you there was some good hoochie coochie in there.
That's
Was
where,
it?
That's where that come from.
It gets hotter than a hoochie coochie?
Hoochie Coochie.
Oh. I mean, damn.
Yeah. Because Alan Jackson wasn't far from here.
Right.
Yep. And but yeah, what aggravates me about the Hooch Life sticker, though, I'm gonna jump on your soapbox here a little bit.
Uh-huh.
Most people that live in this city have never stepped foot in the Chattahoochee River
Yep.
because they all think it's dirty, which it is.
It's
but
a
still,
river. People die in there.
yeah.
Like,
There's been the Chattahoochees get quite a body count actually.
yeah, it does.
They've been pulling bodies out of there, as recently as this year, from like the 40s and stuff.
Jesus.
Yeah, well, because Phoenix City used to be like,
Sin City.
yeah, it used to be the southeastern Las Vegas is what it was.
But this is the original Sin City. Las Vegas just thinks they bad.
Yeah, you've ever heard of General Patton?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he was a real big military guy back.
He's the
in the
one,
day.
they declared martial law on this fucking town, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. He rolled a M1 tank or whatever tank they had at the time.
Down the fucking 280 bypass.
It was on 13th Street. Or no,
Jesus.
14th. Back then, 14th Street used to go all the way across.
It still does, doesn't it, with the bridge?
It's the footbridge now. But he rolled that joker across 14th Street Bridge with a bullhorn and said, if you don't send all my soldiers back here, I'm going to lay siege to your asses.
Oh, boy.
And they all rounded up the drunk soldiers.
They complied, huh?
And they kicked their asses out.
They put their ass directly back in compliance.
Yeah, there's actually what's it called? A documentary about it called...
A documentary?
Yeah, a documentary called The Phoenix City Story.
Yeah. I need to watch that shit. I heard people talking about it at work like a year ago.
Yeah. It's pretty interesting.
Speaking of Fort Benning and that shit, you know, we're looking at a name change coming up.
Yeah, I heard about that. What are they going to call it now?
Fort Moore.
Fort Moore. Where did they get that name from?
Don't know. It's probably just the name of a general that fought on the side of the Union in the Civil War or some shit.
Yeah.
Because that's what they're doing. They're just, you know, rubbing the patriotic Southerners' nose in it as hard as possible.
Yeah. I had a conversation with a buddy of mine at work the other day about this very subject.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, excuse me. And you ever seen that movie, I think it's We Were Soldiers?
Yeah. It was filmed in Fort Benning.
Yeah, it was basically about Fort Benning. You know, some of it was anyway. And the guy that Mel Gibson plays, I can't remember his name, but I was like, they should name it after that guy. That was my idea anyway.
That'd be fun.
Yeah,
I have no idea who Moore is. I don't even know who Benning was.
I honestly don't know either.
And, like, I got into an argument about this on the internet. So, like, the name change to me...
Why are you getting into arguments with people on the internet?
Well, like, it was... So, I'll tell you what. I usually don't. Just this guy set me off.
Okay.
So, let me give you some background.
Let's hear it.
So, the name change to me is annoying. Not because, like, I fully support the fucking Southern agenda, blah, blah, blah. None of that bullshit. I don't know who Benning was. I don't know what Benning did. I don't know any of that shit. I just know that because the name is going to change, my life is going to be more complicated than usual for the next year.
Yeah, you're going to be painting new signs.
We're talking about millions of dollars worth of, you know, quote unquote damages.
Uh-huh.
You know, replacing all these fucking signs, replacing every document with the word Fort Benning on it.
Yeah.
We're going to have to change that shit. Like, the amount, the amount of work this is creating is disproportionate to fucking whoever you're trying to please with this. Who is this for?
Yeah.
Because none of us give a fuck. None of us give a shit about Benning. Like, it's just what the name is. Like,
yeah. I honestly, I'm right there with you. I don't even know who the hell Benning or this Moore fellow was.
Yeah, you could have told me that he was like Abraham Lincoln's best friend, and he shot Robert E. Lee in the face, and I still would not want the name to change because I don't give a fuck what happened because I wasn't here, and none of us really know who any of those men were. Not really. We didn't meet them.
My thing about it is, like, it's been Fort Benning. I moved to Columbus in 1990. Let's see, my little brother was born, so it was 1997 when I moved to Columbus. It's been Fort Benning as long as that's been going on, you know, as long as I've been alive and aware of its existence. Yeah. I'm going to have a real hard time calling it anything else, I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, it's going to be difficult.
Yeah.
And look, I don't care. Like, fucking... You know, I'm not against any sort of... Like, you know, we're the United States of America. Fuck it. You know, whatever.
Yeah. I mean, I do believe that we... You know, as we evolve and stuff, you know, things will change and we will eventually, you know, come to adapt to it and all that. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, but like here's the problem. Here's why I got into that argument on the internet. So I have been quiet about this for a while. Like, it's now public that it's happening. Before it was confidential, so I couldn't say anything to anybody.
Oh, so you had the insider scoop.
Yeah, but who gives a fuck? They're changing the name of Fort Benning.
All the way at the bottom of the barrel there.
Yeah, bottom of the barrel. Well, because, you know, I work next to the sign shop. So they're making Fort Moore signs. I was like, oh, I wonder what's going on over there. Oh, look there. But yeah. So there's this local. God damn it! I'm gonna shit on this guy. I'm just gonna shit on him. I hate talking about people that are around, but I'm gonna shit on him. Fuck it. There's a guy who runs a page on Facebook called Downtown Columbus. Are you familiar with the page?
I think so. Yeah, it's on Facebook, isn't it?
Yeah, and I think I followed them because they post whenever bands come through or whatever. It's like, oh, that's cool. Well, whoever runs it posted a meme the other day, and it said it will always be Fort Benning to me starter pack, and it was a bunch of white guys with sunglasses.
Like what kind of sunglasses?
Like,
are we talking like
I've served 15 years in the military sunglasses?
Oh,
like just what was specific, what was noticeable about all of them is they were all white, they were all men, and they all wore sunglasses.
Okay.
And yeah, so it was a meme at the expense of people who don't want the name to change and saying that it was all just white people. However, every black person I know that works on Fort Benning is like, fuck, I don't want the name to change. You know what I mean?
Well, it's because now you got to learn something else.
It's inconvenient.
Yeah.
And there was just a ton of people in the comments just making the standard dumb guy comment.
Yeah, just kind of, echo chambering it.
Yeah, well, people, there wasn't a single, there was like maybe one or two comments in support of the name change. The rest of them were people bitching.
Oh.
About the name change. Like, it'll always be Fort Benning to me. My birth certificate will always say Fort Benning, comments like that. And the guy running, it'd have been one thing if he just posted the meme.
Hold on, I hate to cut you off again here, but that's a thing. So, like, people were born on Fort Benning.
Mm-hmm.
Do they now have to change their birth certificate?
No, because it was Fort Benning when they were born. You can't change history.
Well, yes, you can.
No, you can't.
Well, that's not what the Romans said.
But, yeah. So, like, if we change the name of Columbus, all right. So here we go.
That's another thing. I wonder if they're going to start talking about changing Columbus.
Wait, just wait.
All right, let's hear it.
All right. So on this comment section, all the people were pissed off. Like, it'd been one thing if Downtown Columbus had just posted the meme and gone about their day. No, they sat in their little office chair
and kept poking the bear.
And they got into arguments with literally everyone that responded to them.
Oh, well, that's, you just open yourself up for all kinds of things at that point.
They just backed themselves against a wall and challenged the world. They're like, well, fuck this guy. I will take it, because I could read that they weren't really all that. They're smarter than the people that they wouldn't argue with anyone that appeared to be intelligent. They just argue with dummies. So I was like, well, I'm going to post a comment.
You're going to bait him.
From my perspective. And it's going to be dumb, so I know he'll attack me. You know what I mean? So my comment was, the name change is just annoying, honestly. We might as well change. Why are we changing it? So, like, his whole point in the other comments was that reverence is reserved for people who deserve it. Saying that we revere Benning, and that's why we named it Fort Benning. Who the fuck knows? So, like,
look, you want to know something?
What?
You can walk out this door right here and ask 100 people.
No one will know
who Fort Benning is named after.
Nobody knows.
They wouldn't even know the motherfucker's name was Benning.
Nope.
Because I didn't know the motherfucker's name was Benning.
Right.
It's just Fort Benning. That's just what it is.
Yeah. It's like, you live on Easy Street.
Yeah.
Is there a fucking Mayor Easy? From way back in the day? That did something crazy?
I don't know.
Easy E. Look at that shit. Anyway.
Anyway.
My comment said...
What did your comment say?
Does anyone even know who the fuck Benning was without Googling? The name change is just fucking annoying, honestly. If this is about revering the right people, why haven't they changed the name Columbus yet? Because we all know Columbus was a pretty terrible guy.
Yeah, they changed Columbus Day to Indigenous Peoples Day because of him being a terrible person.
Right. But now we're just going to change Benning to Moore so that like in 10 years we can change the name to someone else's because we found out, oh no, Moore was also a human being, who fucking did things that not everyone likes,
Yeah. It'll change when the narrative changes.
Yeah. And then I followed that comment with, we should just go Pokemon rules and just name everything after colors because there's nothing a specific color in a crayon box did anything to anyone,
Fort Blue.
Fort Blue, Fort Palette, Fort Fuchsia.
Palette? Is that a color?
Palette Town. That was the name of the first town in Pokemon.
Oh.
Yeah. Like a color palette,
Oh, a color palette. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought there was a color called palette, and you were just pulling out some shit from your ass.
Nah, it's Pokemon.
Sidebar. My wife gets mad and thinks that I'm colorblind. But knowing you and knowing that I am not colorblind, I just don't know names of colors is what it is.
I actually am colorblind a little bit.
I know you are.
Yeah, but you've never proven to yourself that you're not colorblind. I didn't know until I was, how old are you?
I'm 30.
I was 27 when I found out that I was colorblind.
I have to take a colorblind test every year at work.
Oh, well, fuck you. Because that's how I discovered that I was, in fact, colorblind.
I am an inspector. I have to use my eyes for things.
I'm red-green colorblind.
Yeah. I am not colorblind. I just don't know the names of every single fucking abstract color.
And honestly, who cares? But
I don't. But it's just a pet peeve.
Right.
Because I'll say something's red and it's really pink, apparently, but it's really close to both.
So, the comment fight.
Comment fight.
That's what everybody came here for, is the comments.
I keep sidetracking here.
But he was like, his response to that long text I just told you about was, leading an army north to rebel against your home country is not a small boo-boo. That was his response to my whole message.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, that no one is saying that it was a small boo-boo. That wasn't my point. That's not at all my point. And he said, well, we can't even discern what your point is. I said, well, read it again.
It seemed fairly concise.
Yeah, it's like, I wish I could show it to you. I blocked him. But fucking, I'm one of those guys. I'll get into an argument with you, and then if you're close enough proximity to me in real world, I'll block you. Because I don't want you to fucking hunt me down.
I want you showing up my door and actually trying to fight me.
Yeah, well, I don't know what they even look like. How do I even protect myself? That's some paranoia.
Yeah.
But, anywho, my response to that was, they said, we can't even discern what your point is. I said, well, read it again. Grab, an English comprehension textbook, whatever. Put your thinking cap on. And they're like, all right, you win Pokemon rules. And I was like, fuck yeah, Pokemon rules.
Wait, they actually said, okay, you win Pokemon rules?
Yeah, but they put the little roll the eyes emoji afterwards. Not conceding to my side, just being annoyed with my existence in general.
I mean, if you want to be fair, call it Fort Zababda.
Yeah, but or Schmishmugendendorf. Shout out the glitch.
Schmishmugendendorf.
Schmishmugendendorf. That was Zach's word.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I was like, all right, I call Pallet Town. It was like, only if General Pallet didn't march an army north to try to keep slaves, blah. I was like, well, did he discover a new land?
Wait a minute. Is there an actual General Pallet?
No.
Or is he just being a smartass?
He was just being a smartass, trying to, further solidify his point that the name must change from Benning. Meanwhile, he missed my point, but my point is that you're a fucking hypocrite. Because all this talk about reverence and revering the right people, every time this guy posts, he is revering a terrible man who discovered a new world and proceeded to force the savages who live there to the fringes of their own society.
Because
take
the group is named Columbus.
Yeah, his name is Downtown Columbus. That's his name, is Downtown Columbus. Every time he posts a message, everyone is rereading the reverence that he innately has for this terrible person. But he's in here, attacking Dumbos that just don't want to have to say something besides Benning,
Yeah.
Fucking.
If you really think about it, the base really doesn't do anything outside of itself. It has no bearing on my life
All it does
Other
is
than the fact that it's there and they set off fucking alarms every Saturday at noon.
Yep.
It's the only thing that I have anything to do with Fort Benning.
The only purpose they serve is to train soldiers. That's it. That's all they do. They're training.
They serve a purpose, but I mean, like, in my life, that's the only purpose.
Yeah, we're not soldiers. We're not. It's involved in mine because I work there.
Well, yeah.
But like, yeah, it just the fucking hypocrisy of that guy. Just fucking, god damn it. I was angry for days. Fucking just that I couldn't make this guy see.
I can tell you were really worked up about this, bud.
Yeah, just how can you just, I don't know. It's just seeing him hop in different comments, just, you know, showcasing Columbus after I realized just how much of a hypocrite it was. It's screaming at people, you were going to change the name from Fort Benning. Benning was a monster. And fucking meanwhile, your name is Columbus. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Why isn't your name Downtown Indigenous People? You know?
I've learned in my later life, you just got to be like Elsa and just let it go.
Yeah. I'll probably let it go now that I've vented it so hard.
Yeah.
I haven't vented it quite so hard.
Up to this point.
Yeah, this is probably the hardest I went in on.
Yeah.
Downtown Columbus guy. Fuck you, by the way, Downtown Columbus guy. I hope you're listening.
We had 20 views on the last podcast, so probably not yet.
Probably not yet. He could be one of those 20 people, even though we account for at least 8 apiece.
Probably.
Yeah. It was a good one. I liked it.
Yeah, you know.
By the way, Zayat is on their way here. I said they, you noticed? Because I have no idea.
Yeah, that's very ambiguous.
Zayet. Zayat. Zayat?
I don't know.
Zayit.
I don't know.
Zayat.
Sure. Well, thank you, Zayat, whoever you are, for bringing the pizza.
Appreciate you.
Yeah. Well, that was an interesting rant.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. You know, it's kind of funny. I've had a somewhat similar experience, but just on a much smaller scale at where I work. I'm not going to say where I work, but I work in aviation. And,
because there's so many aviation fucking plants around Columbus.
There's a couple. Okay.
There's a couple. You're in one or two. You're in either.
Look, that's not the point.
You either work at A or you work at B.
My point being, okay.
Sorry.
So, when you have like parts and you pull it off of an aircraft, you have to write an 8130 for it. It's a form prescribed by the FAA.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have an in-house tag that we call a green tag.
What's the FAA? The FAA, by the way?
Federal Aviation Administration.
Oh, dear.
They are a department under the DOT. They're the Department of Transportation.
Yeah, I'm familiar with that one.
Yeah, so the FAA says if you pull a part off of there and you're going to make it serviceable, you got to write an 8130. Well, our in-house version of that is just a green tag. It's a form whatever. It's probably about the size of your wallet, maybe a little bigger.
Mm-hmm.
And so they changed the style of the green tag. So and I don't know if anybody really gives a fuck or not, but it's kind of like stoplight rules, where you got a green tag means good, yellow means something.
Maybe it'll work.
No, yellow's for like external repair, where you have to send it out to a vendor to fix it. And then a red tag means stop, it's bad. That means it's getting shit canned. But they changed the style of the tags, because it was white with a green strip for the military stuff, and then the civilian stuff was green with a white strip. And then they changed it, and now the civilian stuff is just all green, and everybody was like, why are you changing the tag?
No one likes change.
All it is a little tiny piece of cardstock paper.
Yeah.
And people lost their fucking minds.
Well, it's a tiny piece of cardstock can evoke that reaction.
Yeah.
And everyone's surprised.
By the way, where I work, there's when they changed it, there was probably like 500 people that worked there in total. Now it's probably closer to like 1,500.
Oh.
But yeah, people lost their fucking minds, and now Fort Benning is changing their whole name.
Yep.
And there's like 1 million people in that base. I don't fucking know.
Oh yeah. Like, and that's just at any given time.
Yeah. I can only imagine the amount of chaos.
Yeah, like anyone who's ever had to see like a change at work or a change at school or anything from a fundamental thing. Oh, it's almost as if, no one's ever experienced like a language change before, and somebody trying to break down the fundamental way you communicate. As if that's,
I sense the sarcasm in that.
Yeah. There's a lot of language police going on.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to. I don't know if I'm ready to tackle that subject. On this
I'm not either.
I'll say one thing.
Okay.
I'm fully willing to address anyone however they want to be addressed. I feel like you should live your own fucking life. You have the power to change your name. Whatever. I'll call you whatever you like. Fucking he, him, zer, all that bullshit. But if you want me to just automatically refer to you as perhaps the gender you identify as rather than the one you were assigned at birth, you're going to need to fool me. You know what I mean?
Okay.
You're going to need to fool me.
Yeah.
Like, if you want me to automatically look at you and be like, oh, that's a woman, I'm going to need to see some knockers, some evidence of menstruation, something.
Well,
anything. Like, if you see a woman, automatically you're like, oh, that's a woman.
how dare you assume her gender?
That's true. Okay, you can do that,
Yeah.
but you're just gonna have to like.
This is I see where you're going with this. I know what you're trying to say. The way I look at it, though, this is the only thing I'm gonna really say on it. I think.
This is like it's so weird.
Yeah,
the vibe immediately got to like bullet dodging.
Yeah, this is the only thing I'm gonna say in my own defense. Dude and boss are gender neutral.
Yeah, they absolutely are. Because I will call anyone dude.
99% of the time, like if I'm at work, I don't remember your fucking name unless I've talked to you like at least several times. And even then, I may not remember your name.
If you get offended because I called you dude, you're just going to have to be fucking offended, dude.
Yeah. Dude,
suck my dick.
Dude and boss are my go-to if I don't know your name. And those are gender neutral. Like, at least if it comes from me.
Right. I say boss man a lot. And that's not neutral. That's literally me assuming you're a dude. A fella.
I feel like that. Yeah, if you add the man on there, then it's no longer gender neutral. But if you're just like dude or boss, like my supervisor is a woman.
Mm-hmm.
And she's totally cool. I have no problems with her. But if she comes up and asks me to do something, I'll be like, sure thing, boss.
Yeah. Because she's your boss.
She is. She is literally my boss.
I call everyone boss except my boss. I make a point not to call him boss.
That's fair.
Because then we're friends. You know what I mean? And I'm not a subordinate. But I'm honestly friends with all of my higher ups.
Yeah, I mean, you have to have some kind of like decent relationship with him. Otherwise, you're just screwing yourself.
The guy I think of as my boss really is my mentor. We're really coworkers. We're in the same shop.
Uh-huh.
And his boss is who I actually think is like my immediate boss.
You don't
and
know
I
who
never
your
have
boss
called him
is?
boss.
You don't know who your boss is?
It's complicated.
Everything with the military is complicated.
Yeah. Well, I think it's. Oh, that sounds like pizza.
It does.
We're gonna pause here. Yeah. All right, we're back. What was that? Was some delicious pizza.
Yep. Good old CC's. Or Caesar. Little Caesar. What the fuck is it?
It's Little Caesars. It's not CC's.
You're right.
Damn it, boy.
Good old Little Caesars.
So, yeah.
What were we talking about?
Well, we were recently just now talking about how you came out of my bathroom.
Oh, yeah.
And asked me, after looking at my deodorant, what El Colored.
No. You're telling it wrong. I am fucking stupid, though. I was sitting there taking a piss, and I look over at the counter, the sink, and all that, And I see Eads' deodorant sitting there. And I'm reading it, and it's like, well, what the hell is L-Colored?
L-Colored.
L-Colored. I said it about 2 or 3 times, and I was like,
L-Colored.
oh, you fucking moron. It's L-Colored.
You were just sold that it had to be Hispanic in some way.
I was.
Fucking Elk Lord.
Fucking Elk Lord. Which is also a stupid name. I'm just going to throw that out there.
It smells good, though. It's one of Old Spice's better smelling smells.
Yeah.
I'm not really... I tried to... There's some wolf thorn in there, too.
Wolf.
Cool, badass sounding name, right?
Yeah.
It smells like fucking berries. It smells like sugar. You smell like a bowl of cereal wherever you go.
I got to say, like, Old Spice is putting in some fucking work trying to make their shit seem really cool.
They're basically Axe now.
Yeah.
They've taken over Axe's place.
You know, they were doing just fine. I didn't see a single Old Spice advertisement for years.
Bear Glove!
The fuck?
Bear Glove.
Okay.
There's one where they had, what's his name? Terry? Big Buff Cheeseburger Eddie?
Oh, Terry Crews?
Yeah, Terry Crews.
Big Buff Cheeseburger looking motherfucker? What?
Yeah, you don't remember The Longest Yard? It was Cheeseburger Eddie.
That's right.
I got the fries that'll cross your eyes. I got the shakes that'll make you quake. I got the burgers.
I got the burgers.
I just got burgers.
But yeah, no, for years, my papa wore Old Spice. There was never an advertisement for Old Spice. Just every man you knew, every old man smelled like Old Spice.
My papa used Right Guard. That's what old man smells like to me, is Right Guard. Is that the spray?
I don't even know what that is.
Smell it. It's I'll at one point in our lives we'll both be at Walmart and I will take you to the fucking deodorant section and I will let you know what an old man smells like. I'll show you.
Oh,
as soon as you smell it, you'll be like, yeah, that's distinctly old man.
Okay.
Right Guard original.
Okay. Okay.
You sound real defeated for some reason.
I'm just a little... I don't know what I am right now.
You don't want to smell Right Guard, Kevin?
Well, just the way you said it.
At one point,
like I'll make you understand what an old man smells like. like you're threatening me with it.
No. Fucking Jesus. You can smell Right Guard. You'll be okay.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure I probably could. Just the way you said it.
I didn't.
It was in your inflection, Eads, okay?
Well, I get to listen back to this, and I'll be able to tell you whether or not my inflection is that way. But this right here, this is a condescending inflection. That's what it sounds like.
Is it now?
Yeah, this is me being condescending towards you.
Well, I'm being kind of condescending back to you, Eads, okay?
The comments were like, oh, they hate each other now.
Nah.
There's lots of that. And
that's my homie.
Yeah. And
This is just how our conversations actually go. You guys think you're getting to listen to some kind of professional shit? No, this is just me and him being dumbasses all the time.
Yeah, and we're sitting slightly more upright and having to point our faces at a glowing red thing.
Yeah, but
it's
it's basically literally any given conversation we have.
Yeah. Fucking what did we used to point our faces at before we podcast?
Our phones a lot. Each other. I mean, when we first became friends, there wasn't really smartphones.
Right.
Maybe
I had an Alias 2.
I don't even know what I had. It was just some
the Alias 2
little slide phone.
The Alias 2 was fucking tits, bro.
Dude, you had that thing for years.
That thing was so fucking cool. Had the holographic buttons, flip both ways. I could turn it sideways.
Actually,
it fit perfectly inside of my Game Boy.
I remember what I had now. I had a Casio. I don't remember the number, but it was the Envy.
Yeah.
But it was indestructible.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
Bro.
That was a cool-ass phone.
Did you know that Motorola is making fucking ballasts for lights?
I don't know what that is.
So light bulbs, they have... When big places have lights installed, a lot of the time they'll have ballasts that go with them. Scottathan would back me up on this.
Okay.
Lights a lot of the time need their own little ballast to power them. Like lots of cars have.
Oh, you mean like for LEDs and shit?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
I mean, fucking fluorescent lights have ballast too.
Yeah, well, my experience, I know what you're talking about now. My experience is LEDs in cars.
Yeah.
But
Well,
I know what you're talking about. It's like a little standalone,
little
like
box.
power converter type deal. Yeah.
And I guess that's just so like if a bolt of lightning hits, every light in the house doesn't blow.
Yeah.
It stops at the box. Or I have no idea what the actual function of a ballast is.
It's like a stepper, because like LEDs and the other ones. What did you just say?
Fluorescence.
Fluorescence. Yeah, they need more power than like a regular incandescent bulb does.
Oh, that makes sense.
And so your regular wall outlet, I guess, doesn't provide enough power for that, and so it's like a transformer. It steps the power up.
I be cheating sometimes.
How's that?
I've had to make lots of my own light fixtures, like out in the country. And like we had a bunch of like those old porcelain light fixtures. That we'd pull out of old houses or whatever, and probably want to save them because they still work.
Oh yeah, like the milk glass and stuff.
Yeah, it got the little clicker in it.
Yeah, I actually have. So my house, when we bought it,
and like
it had some of that milk glass in there, and my father-in-law lost his shit over it.
Yeah,
and I was like, that's just some weird looking glass.
Well, I got tons of those at Polo's house. If you ever want one,
I don't give a shit. He gave many shits about it.
But so whenever I'd build a shop or a new wing onto my existing shop, if I needed a light, I would wire it up. But if I find a spot after I've already done the wiring that is dark and I need a light there, and I don't have a lamp anywhere because I was, poor white trash, selling knives for $20 a pop. I wasn't making no money.
I was born a poor black child.
So like, I would just take one of those fixtures.
The Jerk, 1977.
I would take one of those fixtures because they have the brass fittings in them already.
Yeah.
Or no. They had the fitting for you to put the little clicker, the light fixture that you could screw the bulb into.
Yeah.
It's a fixture for, I don't know what that's called. The module, female.
You made your own lamps is what you're getting at here.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting at. But like, I didn't use a ballast. I just like took an extension cord because we had tons of those because they sold them at the dollar store.
Yeah.
Clipped the end off, separated the two ends, one on one of the brass, one on the other brass. Plug it in, light bulb, light.
Well, yeah, I mean, a regular incandescent bulb you can do that with. You can run those fucking things off of a potato.
It wasn't an incandescent bulb, though. It was a LED.
Well, the LED bulbs come with their own shit for it.
Right. But we do have LED drivers.
Cool. I guess. Like, all I know is that an LED bulb, like when you buy it, Lowe's
This is like the stupidest, least interesting conversation.
Yeah, because honestly, we don't know what we're talking about.
Yeah. We can't achieve anything because neither of us know.
All I know is that when you screw a bulb into a socket, it's supposed to work.
Yep.
That is the extent of my knowledge on electricity.
Until it doesn't, and then everything you know about civilization breaks down.
Yep, then I call Scottathan.
Yeah. Scott.
He's my residential electric guy.
Yeah.
I got a lot of guys now. I'm getting older. And like, when I was a kid, my dad had a guy for everything. He had a car guy. He had a painting guy. He just had a guy for whatever, And I was just like, that's so weird. Why don't you do it yourself? And now I've gotten older. I'm like, no, I got a guy for this. I got a guy for that. I got guys now.
You got guys. You are gay.
No, do not fuck him.
Sorry. Fucking. What was that? That's a meme from that dude who was interviewing a gay guy, and he was like, "Why are you gay?" He just literally asked him why he was gay.
Probably came out of the Middle East, I imagine.
Yeah, he was Ugandan.
Ugandan.
Yeah, Uganda forever.
Ugandan what?
It's a sickness. This is a sickness, and for that reason, we do not want it.
Well, that's an interesting notion.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
So, hey, when you were out in, the middle of nowhere and stuff, did you ever see anything weird? Like, maybe something really hairy with larger sized feet.
Like, are you asking me if I've seen Bigfoot?
Yeah,
Are you calling back the foreshadow?
a little bit.
You're looking at that shadow, aren't you?
I'm looking at it.
Well, I forward it. Fucking no, I never saw a Bigfoot. We did had stories though.
Oh yeah.
You heard about the Alabama Black Panthers?
Yes, but I heard about it in terms of the Florida panther.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. So okay, I'm just gonna jump into it a little bit. I don't really believe in Bigfoot. I know people that are very into the Bigfoot notion.
It's
and
hard.
this is why.
Okay.
Okay, I mentioned the Florida Black Panther.
Right.
There was 6 of them in existence, and they were all in the wild. Some of those still got hit by cars.
Yeah.
There
Well,
was
like-
6 of them.
Well, any big cat can be a panther. Like,
No,
yes,
no.
any big cat except for the mountain lion can produce black offspring, and they are known as panthers. Cheetahs, leopards, lions, tigers, all of them. They can all make
That's
panthers.
a color phase thing.
Right, but we
there
refer to
is
them
a
as
specific
panthers.
genus in the genetic code for black panthers.
Did I hear some bullshit and now I'm respouting it?
Probably.
Let me double check, balls.
Because, okay, take black bears, for example. Okay, everybody knows what a black bear looks like.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's blonde black bears. It's called a color phase bear. They're still, by genus, genetically, is a black bear.
I got you, bitch. Despite being a popular term, a black panther is not a separate species of big cat. Rather, it is a non-official name often given to big cats that have this dark coloring.
Okay.
Both jaguars and leopards can exhibit melanism, which has led to the term black panther being used to describe both species of big cat over time.
Okay. Well,
So I'm not completely right. It's only jaguars and leopards. And the person who told me this said that the only ones that couldn't do this were mountain lions, aka jaguars.
unless he was just specifically speaking about North America, in which case he probably would technically be correct, I guess.
Well, mountain lions are called jaguars,
No.
They're cougars.
Mountain lions are called mountain lions.
but we call them cougars also.
Sometimes they're called cougars, but that's just a colloquial term.
Yeah, but like, there's no other cougar, right? We're not appropriating that name.
I don't know. I don't know enough about cats. Anyway, my point is, there was a specific Florida panther. There was only about 6 of them, and those motherfuckers still got hit by cars. With as many people that claim to see Sasquatch every year, one of those bastards would have got hit by a car by now.
Right, but I think the lore of it is that they're intelligent, you know? Is that an Amber Alert?
No, it's my mom calling me.
Oh, I got you.
I'll talk to her later.
Oh, so yeah, the mountain lion, also known as the cougar, puma, panther,
But there are
or catamount.
actual pumas though, and cougars and stuff, but that not in North America, as far as I know.
A cougar and mountain lion are essentially the same animal. They're simply called different names in different parts of the world. They're exactly the same animal.
It's kind of like a tsunami and a hurricane. They're the same thing, just one happens on the East Coast, one happens on the West Coast.
But no,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah, a tsunami.
Dude, let me Google that shit now. Everything you say I have to Google.
We need a Jamie.
We need a Jamie so bad. Fucking
We spout off so much bullshit, we need a fact checker.
difference between tsunami and hurricane. If it says one happens on the east, one happens in the west, I'm going to...
Oh, one happens in the Pacific Ocean, one happens in the Atlantic Ocean, is what the term should be.
It's not. What's the difference between a tsunami and a hurricane? A tsunami is an unusually large, destructive ocean wave caused by a seaquake or an undersea volcanic eruption. A hurricane is a cyclone, a severe storm characterized by extreme wind speeds that originate over warm ocean water.
Well, what's the hurricane that happens in the Atlantic or the Pacific?
I don't know, but it's not specific. And like it's
Look up.
the names aren't tethered to a specific location.
Look up hurricane in the Pacific Ocean.
Okay.
What is a hurricane called if it's in the Pacific Ocean?
But what the distinction, you're saying that the distinction is one happens over here, one happens over there. That's not the distinction.
But there is, I swear to God.
Well, I mean, that's true what you're saying, likely.
It's just not a tsunami.
But
I had the wrong word.
Maybe it's a typhoon?
No. Maybe? I don't know. Look up hurricane in the Pacific Ocean. What called?
Hurricane in the Pacific. What called?
You don't have to use that specific wording.
I wrote it as requested.
And what does it say?
If it's above the North Atlantic, Central North Pacific, or Eastern North Pacific Oceans, Florida, Caribbean Islands, Texas, Hawaii, etc., we call it a hurricane. If it hovers over the Northwest Pacific Ocean, usually East Asia, we call it a typhoon.
Ah, see?
I just said typhoon, no?
You did.
But so, yeah.
So I said tsunami, I meant typhoon.
Yeah, your original correction was absolutely correct. You were just using the wrong word.
Yeah.
So a tsunami is its own thing. It's a giant
Yes, it is.
wave.
I was wrong in that aspect. But what I meant...
Well, I feel really good and big now that I have won this.
You having a hard time over there?
Yeah, I'm having a hard time articulating.
Yeah.
I have only consumed about 500 milligrams of caffeine today. So
You should try one of these Liquid Death sparkling waters.
dude,
We're not sponsored by Liquid Death, but we will be accepting sponsorships.
Does that can have the stupid fucking story on the back? You have to read that thing. By the way, anybody who doesn't know, Liquid Death sounds like an epic energy drink. It's fucking canned water, bro. It looks like they wanted to make a beer, but then couldn't get the license to make a beer, so they just filled it with water.
So the gas station by my house has these, and I go in there and get one every now and then. And every time I do, because usually I get a 12-pack of beer, and I get that thing to kind of drink on the way home. And the dude always looks at it like making sure I'm not getting a fucking tall boy.
But you got a 12-pack.
Yeah. But he's still looking at us like, hey, wait, do I have to check your ID for this too?
Well, he's already checking your ID, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, sometimes I don't get the beer too, though. So
that makes sense.
But every time I buy one of these, they're always like, should I check his ID? Do I have to check it? Oh, no, it's water. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, I didn't even... it took me a good 30 seconds of staring at the can for me to realize it was water.
Yeah.
There's a story on the back.
Not on these one. This came out of the 8-pack from the store. But if you buy the little cans...
The originals?
Yeah, like the regular tall boy cans that they have at like a gas station or whatever.
And the story
it has the story on there.
About teenagers who went hiking.
And
no idea that their thirst was going to be murdered. Murder your thirst with liquid death.
It does murder your thirst. I'm not even going to lie.
It's fucking water! Of course it murders your thirst!
But it's different.
It's its only job is to fucking murder your thirst and to house fish.
Look,
those are the two jobs.
If you are a water connoisseur like I am, okay, you know that there is a difference between certain kinds of water.
Yeah, tap water, spring water, filtered water.
No, there is a difference in spring waters and filtered waters and stuff. Like if you get bottled waters, like what's the brand? Like Aquafina tastes different from Smart Water, which tastes different from like the regular Liquid Death, which tastes different from Callaway Blue. You know, they all taste a little bit different.
You're right.
There's subtleties.
I'm just being a dick.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, sorry.
And you know something else. So I like my regular water room temperature, but I like my sparkling water cold.
Yeah. So is it carbonated? Is that what makes it sparkling?
Yeah, it is. It's just carbonated.
Carbonated water.
It really, this is the severed lime flavor, and it's kind of like a Sprite that's been, like somebody else is drinking a Sprite.
In the other room?
Yeah, but I mean, it's a little bit more than that, I guess.
It tastes like someone's drinking a Sprite in the other room.
Yeah, they're good though. Like, I've had some other carbonated flavored waters and stuff. And they just taste like ass.
Yeah, like, I remember I've only had carbonated water once, and it spurned me forever. Like, Granny came home When I was a kid, we'd go to the places where they have food for like needy families and stuff,
Yeah.
like the poverty lines,
Yeah.
and we'd just get food, I guess, that fell off the back of trucks or whatever.
Yeah. Donated or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, and me and Granny and Papa and Kevin would load up in the fucking station wagon.
I miss station wagons.
I do too. That was a cool truck. But anyway, I don't even remember what fucking brand it was. Kevin was telling me about it earlier. Kevin,
What,
my
the
brother.
station wagon?
Yeah, because Papa rode that station wagon for years.
It was probably a Ford.
Yeah, had the fucking wooden looking. Yeah.
Those were. If it was probably the exact same station wagon that my parents had when I was a kid. It was a Ford Taurus. Well, no, I can't remember if there was a Taurus or if it was the LTD. But the LTD was like the precursor to the Crown Vic.
Oh yeah.
And my parents had a station wagon, and the rear seat was reversed, so you could look out the back. If you were sitting in the back seat, you looked out the back window.
That's kind of cool, but
Yeah,
they had no idea what you guys were up to.
Yeah, and
You liked it that
it
way.
was the early 90s, so we just played around in the back with no car seats or anything, just, fucking around back there.
Yeah, it was like the bed of a truck.
Yeah.
I sleep so good in the bed of a truck. Like, we rode home, like, we'd spend weekends with my granny.
Yeah.
I guess so my mom could party or whatever it was that she did at that time. I have no idea what she did while we were gone. But we would ride. They'd come pick us up on Sunday, and we get in the back of my stepdad's fucking, like, 80s model Chevy with like, the wooden bed in the bottom. And just fucking lay down in the bed of the truck. Me and Kevin would with all these blankets and stuff. Fucking, God, that was some good sleep. The wind blowing. Fucking.
Oh, so he didn't even have like a truck topper on it. He just had like open cab.
Oh, it was just
open bed.
Yeah, like it was a fucking single cab.
Yeah.
We couldn't sit in the back of it.
Well, yeah, I know it. I know you meant in the bed of the truck, but I mean, like, did he have He didn't have a topper on it.
No, there was no camper or anything on it.
Yeah.
Like it was one of those with a side step.
Yeah, the step side.
Yeah. Fucking, it was. Boy, that was some good sleep. Probably the best sleep I ever got.
Yeah.
I always hated getting home. Like, I'd feel the truck stop. I was like, oh, no. I want to sleep a little more. But, yeah. What was the point of this?
I think we started this conversation on Bigfoot, and now it's
God.
going somewhere
Where
completely
did
different.
we go? Oh, because we got off on fucking Panthers, and you made the fucking distinction. You try, yeah, okay. So, Panthers.
Anyway.
The
The reason I think Bigfoot doesn't exist is because the Florida Panther, 6 of them in existence, some of them still got hit by fucking cars. If Bigfoot did exist, there'd have to be some kind of breeding population. Otherwise, we're just talking about one entity. But how would one entity be in all these different places? There's thousands of sightings of Bigfoot every year.
Mm-hmm.
Those motherfuckers would have got hit by a car by now. Is all I'm saying, man. Like, well, I don't see how it could possibly be otherwise.
Oh yeah, and this is where we got. I think the lore is that they're intelligent. That they're like intelligent to the point where they know to stay away from
Okay,
us.
well, here's my argument to that. People get hit by cars too.
Right, but like, when's the last time? So that they found that guy that had been living in the woods for like 30 years.
Which guy?
I think it's from like Pennsylvania. He camped out for like 30 years. Didn't interact with anyone. He'd just sneak into people's houses, steal food and shit. And he never got hit by a car. And never was seen for 30 years.
Yes, but that's one individual.
Right.
There are other one individuals that got hit by fucking cars.
But say you have a community of individuals of a like mind, like that fella. And they all know. It just like we avoid what's something that we avoid like the plague as humans, that we just were taught to stay away from them and not to bother them. What's something?
Lava.
Lava?
I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. Avoid the floor is lava. Right. So like, have you ever seen lava in person?
No. Also, When I was a kid, I thought quicksand was going to be a much bigger thing.
Yeah. Yeah. It was a big quicksand thing. Dude, it's so weird you mentioned quicksand. Like,
did you run into some?
No. I listened to the Burt Kreischer Joe Rogan episode recently.
Uh-huh.
And he turned Joe on to quicksand porn. Apparently,
that's a thing?
There's a whole genre of porn, apparently, dedicated to watching women, like, sink in quicksand.
You know how much porn you've had to go through to land on that being your thing now?
Well, like,
you had to go through so much porn to have that be your thing now.
Well, I think the whole point of that conversation that we're having is, like, these weird kinks get imprinted on you as a kid, and you don't really know that you're into that until you see something and your fucking pee-pee gets stiff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And apparently the whole thing people get off on for quicksand porn is just watching a woman sink in the quicksand until, she's completely covered and stops talking.
Maybe it's just the stop talking part.
Yeah. That's what Bert made it sound like. But then they actually watched quicksand porn. And when it got down to, like, tits hitting mud, he's like, oh, that's the good part. That's the part. That's the good shit.
So he's just into muddy tits.
Yeah. Like, they could probably just watch mud wrestling.
Yeah.
But it's something about him being consumed. I don't know.
Yeah. That's kind of weird.
Some weird shit.
Speaking of muddy tits, a buddy of mine at work just came back from this place called Rednecks and Paychecks.
Rednecks and Paychecks?
Rednecks with Paychecks.
Yeah?
Out in Texas. It's like a big mud bog kind of thing. And man, he said there were, and I quote, there's so much snatch out there you could fuck on accident.
You could fuck on accident? It's fucking hot and cold pussy on tap.
Yeah.
Fucking, you can pick a piece off a tree. Take a bite.
You could be walking around and just accidentally fall in some vagina.
Yeah, just fall in some hot puss. Fucking.
So now I think that's where I want to go.
Yeah.
I want to go check that shit out.
Definitely. Got to check out that fucking accidental sex. Some of that sounds like a porn.
Yeah.
Doesn't it? Oops. Oh, no. We're accidentally having sex all of a sudden.
It's probably got a stepbrother and stepsister situation going on in the background, too.
Yeah. Gross.
Yeah. It's like, I accidentally got stuck, and now his penis is in me.
It's so popular now, all that fucking step shit.
It's so weird.
Like, the difference between that shit and regular porn is the mute button. That is the difference.
Yeah. Yeah. And, the ability to read.
Yeah. As a real-life stepbrother, I just can't watch that shit, man.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, it doesn't work.
I get that. I don't like the, daddy-daughter stuff either. The mom and son thing. It's
pretty gross.
Any of that genre is just kind of off limits for me. I don't get it. I don't like it. It feels dirty.
And you notice it blew up over the fucking pandemic.
Yeah.
Like they were harping on people who were trapped in houses together.
Yeah, man. I'm telling you, I'm pretty sure there's some stepchildren happening after that.
Fucking stepmoms getting stuck in dryers all over the country.
How do you get stuck in a dryer, Eads?
It's the most preposterous shit you've ever heard of.
It's a 3-foot wide circle. How do you get stuck in a fucking dryer?
Well, if she needs dick bad enough, she'll find a way.
Well, God damn it. Sometimes all you got to do is ask,
Yeah. You don't have to be like,
you just
please.
go down the street and ask Mr. Johnson if you can borrow some Johnson.
Mr. Johnson. But yeah, okay, so Bigfoot.
Yeah.
I'm not really sold either way. Because clearly as soon as there have been sightings since before it was cool to sight Bigfoot,
Yeah, but I mean, it really blew up after that dude had that one video that every Bigfoot researcher has got a fucking hard on about.
All those search of Sasquatch, fucking hunting Bigfoot.
Yeah.
Don't watch that. It's garbage.
No, I'm talking about the OG one, one from the 60s where the guy's got an 8mm camera and it's super duper grainy.
Oh,
and all you see is the supposed quote unquote Bigfoot and he's swinging his arms and he's walking away from you.
Yeah, but a guy has come forward and said that he was the guy in the suit.
Yeah, I know. It's
Like, well, 3 different guys have said they were the guy in the suit. So what do you do with that? So, like,
I don't know.
likely it was a guy in a suit. And
Yeah.
no one really talks about that video anymore. It's kind of dead. I think the internet kind of shat on it.
I think people are really just kind of giving up on the Bigfoot thing.
Mm-mm.
I mean,
Absolutely
I'm sure
not.
there's some diehards out there, but there's so many more conspiracies nowadays that people are kind of getting lost in translation.
Yeah. Well, okay, so there was, I think the Y-Files hit this.
On Bigfoot?
Yeah.
Oh. I hadn't listened to that one yet. I've been binging some Y-Files. Shout out to that guy. It's some good stuff.
It's some good shit. I believe it was either him or Mr. Ballin who was telling this. I think it had to have been him because Mr. Ballin doesn't do like.
Yeah, his is just like
Research.
creepypasta stuff.
Yeah, he just reads a story that he found that he thought was good and he
Yeah.
tells it with, proper storytelling inflection.
Yeah, with gusto.
Yeah. But Y-Files actually does the fucking research and digs and either tries to prove or disprove it.
Yeah.
And I think it was him. Whatever. I'm just going to get to it. The fucking. There's been stories from the natives for as long as they've existed about people, the children of the forest or the children of the moon or something.
Yeah.
People, giants, like hairy people that live in the woods and don't communicate with humans that will eat people. Like the Yeti, the booger. You've heard of the booger, haven't you?
Nope.
So like, it's
Is that like the Alabama version of the Yeti?
no, it's a boogeyman. It's where the boogeyman comes from. The booger.
Yeah.
Like it's some Native American stuff. Like, my papa was told about the boogers. He said what he was always told that if you go out into the woods all by yourself, I'm getting goosebumps. Fucking, if you go out, I don't know why it actually scared me. This story. He said if you go out into the woods, we asked him about the fucking booger man, because that's what they told us. Said, well, it's not the booger man, Justin. It's a booger. All right. And if you want to hear the booger, like you go out in the woods all by yourself, way out, so you can't hear the road, you can't hear nobody, just you in the woods. And if you listen real close while you're out there all by yourself, you can just barely hear it. The booger. It's out there. And, fucking, God damn it. I don't know what. Look at the fucking goosebumps on me.
He literally has goosebumps.
It literally scares me. It's just remembering him telling me that story. Like, But, God damn. The goosebumps are everywhere.
You know what he was probably doing is just trying to get you to quit running off into the fucking woods at night.
We were past that point. I was like 12, 13. I wasn't going off in the woods at night.
Yeah.
I never did that, ever.
No, you were too busy jerking it.
Well, when I was a child, we didn't go outside at night because it was dark out there. Couldn't see nothing. You know how much fucking scrap iron we got sitting around? You can split your toe open on a fucking plow disc.
Yeah.
You don't go out there just out of common sense.
See, my papa didn't tell us stories like that. He would just find tomatoes that looked like butts and giggle.
Papa didn't have that good a sense of humor. He told us a lot of stories, though.
My papa didn't have that good a sense of humor either, but every now and then it would come out and make you fall on your ass laughing.
Yeah. Papa had some good jokes.
Yeah, I saw my papa in a pair of shorts once. We went, as he called it, cow whacking.
Cow whacking?
Cow whacking.
Y'all whacked some cows, huh?
No, we went kayaking.
Oh.
We went kayaking on the Coosa River. And actually, my granny coined the term.
Cow whacking?
Yeah, because she saw it written down. She had never heard it said. And I'll be honest, they had cows, very rural. I've talked about my grandmother before.
Apparently she whacks off cows. Sorry.
Oh,
I shouldn't have said that.
that's my grandmother.
I know.
I don't want to think about that.
I felt myself. I was like, you shouldn't say that. Why are you saying it? You're still saying it.
But anyway, she saw the word kayak written, and I guess it looked like cow whack to her.
Cow whack. I wonder what was on your granny's mind, Kevin.
I couldn't tell you, Eads. I really don't want to go down that road.
Fucking. Did you ever hear aggressive mooing when it rained?
No. No, I did not.
There's an old-fashioned correlation. Oh, boy. All right. Stop grossing you out.
Yeah, anyway.
Cow whacking.
Cow whacking. Yeah, but yeah.
Well, that's the name of this episode.
Cow whacking?
Cow whacking.
Okay. That's a good one.
Yep. Cow whacking.
Yep. Anyway, yeah, that was the only time I ever saw my papaw in a pair of shorts. And they weren't even shorts. They were just like a pair of jeans that he had that he cut off.
Oh. See, I know I've seen my papaw wear shorts before, but I think he was just going to the doctor or something.
Yeah.
I just remember his bony ass knees. I've seen him in fucking tighty whities a million goddamn times.
Yeah, that's different though.
Yeah.
That's like he's got his teeth out, he's going to bed.
He's literally not dressed to do anything.
Yeah.
But he wears pants.
Yeah. It's either tighty whities or pants.
It's either tighty whities and nothing else, or pants and a button-up shirt tucked into a belt.
Yep. My papaw did that, but with suspenders. He always wore suspenders because much like myself, he was like a frog that stood up and put pants on. Suffered from the no-acetol disease.
Yeah, I have the no-acetol disease as well.
I got it bad.
If I'd lose a little weight, I wouldn't have it so terribly, but it's pretty terrible. My back just ate my ass.
Yeah, you have that lower back ass.
I need suspenders.
Yeah, I tried wearing suspenders for a while there, and everybody kept making fun of me, so I was just like, you know what, fuck you guys.
Fuck it, dude. It can't be any worse than man tits.
I mean, fair, but like...
At least you got something to cover your hard nipples.
Unless... If your suspenders kind of move wrong, though, they act more like a push-up bra than
push your tits together.
I feel like Seth Rogen on This Is the End is like, no, don't titty fuck me.
Don't titty fuck me. Oh, I'm gonna titty fuck you. Fucking, what's his name? The Danny McBride.
Danny McBride. Danny McBride was in that movie, but he was not the one that was trying to titty fuck Seth Rogen. It was the demon.
Oh, right. But Danny McBride did go evil. He made Channing Tatum his fucking bitch.
Yeah, he was butt fucking Channing Tatum.
Gross.
Yeah.
Real gross.
Yeah.
Dude, the first time I watched that movie, I was stoned off my ass, and I did not know it was a comedy. I was terrified. I was terrified.
You didn't get it when Craig Robinson was like, I got this dick now. This is my dick.
Well, yeah, but there was just, I was so stoned. At the time, I was hanging out with fucking Micah. So you can only imagine the amount of marijuana I consumed.
Quite a lot of marijuana.
Quite a lot of the devil's lettuce.
Little Johnny Red Eye.
Yeah. And
that the back bush.
Just the concept of witnessing the rapture happened to a lot of people who acted a lot like my friends. Fucking, like, immediately I was aware, like, oh my God, if the rapture happens right now, I'm dead. Like, I'm going to get impaled, like, what's his face? Scott Pilgrim.
Oh, yeah, fucking, what's
he was
his
a
name?
fucking weirdo.
Yeah, he was doing coke and slapping Rihanna's ass.
You got some coke in your mustache, baby. Let me get it.
He's like, hey, guys, does this smell like coke?
What the fuck is his name? Michael Cera.
Michael Cera.
That's a funny dude.
Yeah, he's a weird little fuck.
He's a weird little fuck. He's been playing a teenager for like 30 years.
Yeah, the guy's older than we are.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
when they were in
he was in
Superbad-
his 20s when Juno and Superbad came out.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
Which came out first, Juno or Superbad? I think
Juno. Juno is older.
Yeah, I think he was like, he had to have been like 19, 20, 21, somewhere in there. Are you looking it up?
He's 3 years older than me.
Yeah.
He was born in 1988.
Yeah, that guy's been playing a teenager
Wow.
longer than we've not been teenagers.
Well, he's only 34, you know. He's still relatively young.
I mean, yeah, a lot of people do it, but he still literally looks like that kid you shoved in the locker.
Yeah. He was in Superbad in 2007, That was 2 years before I graduated, so I would have been 14. He'd have been.
You graduated early.
Yeah, I graduated when I was 17.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was like one of the oldest kids in my class when I graduated.
I have an end of August birthday, so I started when I was 4.
Mine's October, so I had to start late, which was kind of cool because I was like one of the only kids that could buy cigarettes my senior year of high school.
Yeah.
So that made me real popular.
I remember when I was 18 and I moved here, or moved to Columbus, like I got to buy a pack of cigarettes from the store for the first time.
It was amazing, wasn't it?
It was great. It was so good. I bought it from the station. I almost called it what we call it.
Oh, Snack Lady?
No, the other one.
Which other one? The taco station?
The Abib station.
Oh.
Fucking, I don't guess it's that bad.
Which gas station are you talking about? The one that was by my old house?
Yeah. Yeah, the one on the corner. Well, it's not on the corner.
By the self-storage and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when you turn down that little road, you got a gas station on this side and a gas station on that side.
Yeah.
The right one.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I remember that gas station.
Yeah.
Bought many. Remember the BFCs?
BFCs.
The monster BFCs?
No.
They were like...
Oh, the little baby monsters.
No, the fucking big ones.
Oh, the big fucking can.
Yeah,
monster.
The big fucking can.
Well, they still sell big fucking cans. They're just not called BFCs anymore, huh?
I don't know. I haven't seen them in years.
What the big huge top you turn?
Oh no, that's the tall one. No, this thing was literally like you know what? You ever seen a Foster's can?
Yeah.
It's like that.
Oh.
But taller and wider.
Dude, do you remember that nasty ass Foster beer we drank?
Yeah, I do.
In Zach's fucking shed?
Yeah, that one that had been sitting in the hot shed for years.
There was 2 of them, and we popped them.
Uh-huh.
We are fucking idiots.
Yeah, it's a wonder we didn't get, like, food poisoning or something off of that.
Yeah.
Or get at least dysentery.
Yeah, I guess it was in a can, whatever. It was just flat.
And hot. It was definitely skunky.
Yeah, it was a skunky beer.
That was the skunkiest beer I think I'd ever skunked a skunk with.
I've tasted some skunkier beer. If you've ever had a green Bud Light.
A green Bud Light?
A skunky Bud Light. That's what they call them, green.
Oh, no, I don't know that I ever. I tried not to drink a lot of Bud Light, I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, same here now. But, there was a time when I'd kill some BLs, boy.
Yeah, you and me both.
And knock them the fuck out, them old Bud Lights.
Bud Lights and Busch Lattes. And
I miss the convenience of their packaging.
Yeah.
It's real easy to tote around a 24-pack of Bud Light.
Yeah. 30 packs are cool when you're tying one on, Like when you finally admitted to yourself that you're going to have more than a couple beers.
Yeah.
But, the 24-pack was just, it was the right suitcase size, you know? You didn't have to, hold it out. You just
put it at the side.
It was just right there on the side of you.
Yeah, don't mind me. I'm just going about my own business here.
You know,
some BLs.
A real interesting thing about 24 packs of Bud Light is they fit really well in between the seats of a 1991 Jeep Wrangler. That packaging does
fit beautifully.
It's almost like it was made for that.
Dude.
You know how many road sodas I had in that thing?
Do you remember...
Don't drink and drive, folks.
Yeah, don't drink and drive. It's a stupid idea. Fucking... Do you remember hunting a place to hide weed in the back of the Mustang and discovering something that had been hidden there previously? Okay. Well... Actually, I guess you weren't in the car at the time. It was me and Deekles and Good Smokey. And I was dropping them off at Dylan's house, and we needed a place to put my weed because there's a cop nearby. Right?
Yeah.
And I needed to hide it. I was like, dude, pick up the back seat, stuff it in there. And when he picked up the back seat and reached into the panel near the door and felt a plastic bag, pulled it out, and inside it were 3 syringes.
Jesus.
Like old fat syringes with something that looked like orange death inside.
No shit.
No shit. I had been searched 3 times prior.
And they didn't find that.
Never found it. But
So did you ditch the syringes and put your weed there?
yeah, I was like, dude, oh my fucking God, that's like heroin or some shit. They're like, yeah, dude, we'll throw it away. They took it. I never saw it again.
I wonder what they did with it.
Probably threw it away because it looked like death. Like,
Alrighty.
yeah, yeah. Like, I would have been under a jail. I would not have moved here had the police officers that found that pipe in my passenger side door, you know.
Yeah, the really well hidden one.
Yeah, so well hidden. Thanks, Brad. Just right there in the door.
Yeah.
You mind if I have a look in the vehicle? You know, you ain't got anything in there? So, no, sure, man. Go ahead, check it out. Oh, what's this right here on your door? What's that?
God damn it, Brad.
Motherfucking Brad. Fuck.
That's a real shit moment.
Yeah. Like, well, what's this? Like, oh, that's a salvia pipe. It's for salvia. Are you sure? Because we can test it. And they pulled out the test kit, and I was like, put that away. It's a fucking... we smoke
You're
weed.
probably going to charge me more if you have to use the test.
Yeah, don't use up any chemicals. Just take me to jail.
Just take me to jail.
Just take me to jail. But...
Damn it, boy.
Damn it, boy. Motherfucking... Ooh. But yeah, so, Bigfoot.
Dude, we are so fucking ADD.
I think the list here is actually kind of counterproductive because we never...
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay. Fuck the list.
Okay.
Fuck the list.
Red Hot Chili Peppers.
You know, I had something I was going to ask you about the Mustang, and now I can't remember what it was.
Oh, yeah. I was talking about... We found the potential heroin in there.
Yeah.
Head weed in there. We were talking about hiding shit.
Yeah.
I missed
No,
that.
I thought of this earlier today. I was going to ask you about the old Mustang.
Oh, yeah. For context, the Mustang was my very first car. It was a 1998 V6 3.8. Badass. I loved that car. I loved that car. She ruled.
I love that you love that car.
Man, I don't want to hear no shit.
I didn't like that car. I'll be honest with you. I loved what we did.
Well,
in
fucking,
that
you
car.
were like 3 feet too tall for it, Kevin.
Yeah, I was. And somehow I always wound up in the fucking back seat.
Because you didn't know how to call shotgun.
I was a much more timid individual at that point in time. I'll give you that.
Well, you just, you know, fucking every time we'd be like, all right, we're going for a ride. Zach would be like, shotgun!
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember what it was now.
Okay.
Tell the fuck my life story.
Oh my God, the fuck my life story.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I'm 18. Wolfman, you're 16, 17?
I think I was 17.
Zach's somewhere in there.
Zach's younger than I am, so he was probably still 16.
Yeah. And we smoked a lot of weed, but I had to acquire a job, so said my father, which, you know, is something your father should tell you when you're 18.
Indeed.
And
something I plan on telling my son.
right, get a job.
Yeah.
But yeah, I quit weed, and you guys were like, well, you know, we'll be your sober buddies. You guys quit smoking weed with me.
Yeah.
It was amazing. It was before Jugs, your Jeep, came along.
Indeed.
The Mustang was all we had to get around, so I guess you guys were just going where I was going.
Yeah, we didn't really have a lot of say in the matter.
But we fucking...
But we did it in solidarity with our friend.
Yeah. And that beautiful Mustang, that white Mustang with the checkered flag down the side, you never saw her in her prime. You only saw her after I ran over my own leg.
Oh, that was the other story I want you to tell.
Oh, yeah. God damn it, the Mustang. Okay. So, I'll tell the...
I tell you, we'll swap some first vehicle stories. How about that? You tell the fuck my life story, and then I'm gonna try and come up with a good one with Jugs.
Okay. So, the fuck my life story. We had all quit smoking weed together, and we were just trying to think of something to do. You know, with all the fucking weed money that we had, decided we were just going to burn it up in gas, just ride around.
Yeah, this was back when gas was like, $1.50 a gallon.
It was like $2.50. Because like
Still cheaper than now.
Yeah, because I remember in high school, $5 was 2 gallons. You know.
Yeah, you're right. Because that was one of the things that like aggravated me later on, but I'll tell that later.
Yeah, it's kind of back to where it was almost.
Right.
We're a little under 3 right now, I think.
I don't know. I bought gas last week and it was like $3.09.
No, well, I'll buy it on base, so might not have
you
any
probably
tax.
get it a lot cheaper.
Yeah, it's just not taxed there. But
anyway, continue with the story.
Yeah, so instead of smoking weed, we decide that we're all gonna pile into the Mustang. We ride all fucking night, right? And we decide that we're just gonna. So Wolfman was.
I had made a claim.
Wolfman back in the day had made a claim and had gained a reputation as a walking road atlas. Like, you couldn't get the guy lost, so saith he. He just declared you can't get him lost. It doesn't matter where you are, he will find his way back. And me and Zach were like, well, that's bullshit, and we're sober as fuck and have a lot of time on our hands. So, Wolfman, sleep in the back of the Mustang, and we're going to drive somewhere, and we're going to get you lost. When you wake up, you will have no idea where you are, and we'll just be lost, I guess.
We never really thought that through. If I did get lost, we were fucked.
If we succeeded in doing what we did, we were just like, yeah, we got you. Now we're all lost.
Shit.
That's the stupidest fucking thing.
Well, now we're all going to take naps and wait till daybreak.
Yeah. So we fucking drive. It's like 6, 7 in the morning, right? Because we had stayed up all night. And that's why you were as tired.
Yeah, we started this adventure somewhere around like 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. I think we went to Snackley's. We smoked a bunch of cigarettes.
Yeah, just riding around listening to Nickelback.
Like the edgy fucking kids we were.
Yeah.
Never made it as a white man. But so me and Zach are driving with Wolfman snoozing in the back. We hit a bunch of dirt roads, and like we hit a whole circuit of dirt roads.
Tell them what you were using to decide which direction to go, Eads.
What?
You guys were flipping a coin.
Oh, yeah. Every time we'd come to a fucking crossroads, we'd flip a coin.
What kind of coin was it?
It was a penny.
It was a penny. That's an important part of this story.
It kind of is. And we'd flip a penny to decide which way we go. And it took us way out in the middle of nowhere. And we were literally in the fucking woods. You know, the sun has just come up. And me and Zach look at each other like we could wake him up now and he would absolutely have no idea where he is. But this is cheating. Like, there's not a street or anything. Like, he can't possibly know the layout of this terrain. And he was like, yeah, this is cheating. So we'll just go until we hit a street, until we hit pavement. Like, all right, cool. So we just drove until we hit pavement, and we see the pavement. Like, all right, awesome. We flipped a coin. We'd turn right, and we were situated in a way that we had the railroad tracks to our left and a bunch of random hodunk shit to our right. We're like, well, we're significantly lost. That we have, where could we possibly be? Yep. Wake up, Wolfman. All right, Wolfman, get us home. Where the fuck are we, huh? You leaned up. You took a look out the left window, noticed the railroad tracks, and you said to me, turn around. We're on Veterans. Veterans, for anyone wondering, is the main highway running through Columbus.
Yep. It literally goes from the north side to the south side.
It goes the whole thing.
We were actually, what gave it away was Billy's Grocery.
Oh.
Because we had just passed the grocery store. We were coming up on the grocery store.
What a fucking
kick. And I
think
think that's
nads.
actually where you turned around at.
What a kick in the nads that was.
And when I got up, I was like, well, what have you guys been doing, man? Like, we're literally 5 miles from mine, Eads, and Zach's house.
We were home in 10 minutes.
And I was like, what the fuck were you guys doing? How could you not get lost?
We failed the assignment.
Like, well, we were flipping this penny. I was like, oh, well, that's your problem. You know, quarters take you where you want to go. And pennies suck dicks.
Wow. I haven't heard that. And so I quoted that on my Facebook, I think.
Yeah. Do you remember the website FML?
Yes.
We put it on there. We put this very story on there.
Oh my God. And yeah. Wow. I wonder if that's still a thing.
I have no idea.
Let's check. Let's see if FML still exists. Holy shit, we've almost been talking for 2 hours already.
Well, I'll tell you, you'll remember this story. You're actually the reason for this story.
FML still exists.
Holy shit.
It's still there.
Search pennies suck dicks.
Wait. We posted anonymously.
Yeah, but I mean, does it have like keyword search?
Yeah, but I can't think of a word I said.
Pennies suck dick.
I don't know that I put it in there.
Yes, you did.
I did?
Yes, you did. I remember distinctly.
Penny suck dick.
No.
Pennies suck?
No.
Nothing.
Pennies?
Yeah, what? We're going to need to go back a little ways.
Yeah, this had to have been somewhere around 2010, I want to say.
How do I...
No, yeah, maybe early 2010, late 2009.
There's not a way to sort this.
Oh.
This is a terrible interface. This should have died.
We'll probably have to search this like off the air.
Yeah,
I highly
we'll
doubt
figure
you're
it
gonna
out.
find it.
That's going to take a million years.
But okay. So you're actually the reason for the story I'm about to tell.
Okay.
Do you remember the first time you took us all to Maplesville? No, I guess it wasn't the first time. It was the first time we went after the Mustang had died.
Yeah,
For the
and
first
you
time.
and me and Zach and Jables and Fever.
No,
No.
that was also a time. No, this was before that even. It was you, me, Deekles, and Zach.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Continue.
Okay. So we load up in my Jeep, sans top. I think I had doors on it because I had to have mirrors. We load
But we
up.
had the top. It was we kept the rag top with us.
No, I didn't have a top.
Was it a
on
different time when we? Because remember we duct taped.
When you're talking, that's with Jables and Fever, and that's when we went and picked up your friend, my ex-girlfriend.
Right.
Oh, I don't give a shit. That's when we went to go pick up Summer.
Yeah. I mean, what's wrong with saying a name?
I don't know. I don't really give a shit about her.
I do the same shit. I try not to say people's names.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, whatever. Anyway, no, it was you, me, Zach, and Deekles. And we set out on this adventure to go to Summer's graduation.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And so we left out of Columbus.
That was also Jeremy's graduation.
Yeah,
Boy, he was drunk as fuck.
Graduated high school at the age of 21.
Drunker than shit, boy.
Drunker than shit.
I can't believe she let him walk across.
Anyway. So we load up, we get going, and we had rolled joints to take on the trip with us. And tried to light said joints. Could not because wind.
Yep.
And stopped off in a church parking lot on the side of 280.
Oh my God, that church. I see it all the time.
I do too.
It's a landmark. It's a point of reference.
Yeah, me too.
Well, what you gonna do? You gonna come on down till you see that church where we stopped and smoked that weed when we was about 17, 18 years old?
Yeah. So we did that. And then kept going. And then as we were going down the road, we saw a giant plume of smoke. You remember that?
Yep.
And we're like, hey, what's up with that? Let's go check that out. And so we dip down, and it's in this like really nice neighborhood off the highway.
Shadowwood, I think it was called.
It's something like that. I don't recall. And we go down there, follow this, and we get to the end of this cul-de-sac. And there's this dude with a tree on fire, and he's just standing there nonchalantly spraying it with a water hose.
And it wasn't even a tree. It was like one of those bushes with the fuzzy ends.
Oh, yeah, the cattail bush.
Yeah.
Yeah, that thing was on fire.
Fire.
Like burning, smoldering. And he's just standing there nonchalantly with a water hose, just spraying it, not really doing shit.
Yeah, like that motherfucker was about to start speaking to him like some biblical shit.
Uh-huh.
That bush was burning.
We just pulled over and asked him, like, hey, man, do you need some help? Do you want us to call the fire department?
You need some help, man? Yeah, I got it.
Stoned off our asses.
Yeah, stoned up.
And he's like, nah, I got it, boys. And we're like, yeah, okay, man.
Immediately we called 911.
Yeah, we called 911, and they're like, what do you want?
Man, there's a fire in Shadowwood. The Shadowwood neighborhood. It was Burntwood Court was the name of the road.
Burntwood. Yeah.
And I was like, dude, they're gonna think we're fucking being assholes. There's a fire on Burntwood Court.
I think they didn't think we were serious.
Yeah, we did. The response was like, okay. That's the only time I've ever dialed 911 in my life.
I've dialed 911 2 other times. I'm not going to tell those stories right now, though.
Yeah. Well, like, your stoner Wolfman voice reminded me of do you remember that time that Skyline Gray played a show in Brad Dahldral's backyard with Divided Seasons?
Yeah, I couldn't remember the name of the other band, but yeah, I do.
Yeah. Shout out Divided Seasons. They're pretty good. I don't think they're a thing anymore.
Probably not.
I heard Cameron, their guitarist, I heard he moved to California and got a job as an actual writer.
Oh, that's cool. Good for him.
Yeah, but it came from Brad, so who knows?
Yeah, I remember the lead singer being kind of douchey. That's about it.
Yeah, he's a total douche. Sorry, Brandon.
Yeah. Anyway.
He paid me some good compliments.
Yeah. So anyway.
And he was a good frontman. Like, he put on a show.
Yeah.
Motherfucker. But anyway, while we were down there, I remember being really, really stoned after the show. We got to play our set.
Yeah.
But they didn't get to play because Brad put a hole in Jabel's fucking drum set.
I don't remember that.
He put a hole in Jabel's bass drum.
Oh.
He busted that head.
Damn.
Yep.
I don't remember that at all.
Brad. He was a fucking menace.
He was a pretty forceful drummer.
Yeah. He looked like a demon.
Yeah.
But, like, honestly, I can't really fault him because I remember he came to me and Jeremy wanting to be our bass player. And then he sat down behind the drums. He's like, I don't want to play bass. I want to play drums. We're like, yeah, okay, sure, Brad. And then, yeah, we had just met the guy.
Yeah.
We had no idea what we were in for.
Yeah, I remember him being pretty good.
Yeah. After 2 weeks listening to Brad play, we were like, dude, we got to get a real drummer. And then 2 more weeks went by, and we forgot that we needed a real drummer. Like, he got really good really fast.
Yeah.
Like, and he looked like he was gonna, like, he was halfway between, like, taking it up the ass or, like, transforming into a werewolf the whole time he was playing.
Yeah. He had some serious drummer faces.
Yeah. He was, I mean, yeah, he could drum.
Yeah, he did.
He really could.
I remember thinking at the time that he was one of the better ones that I had heard.
Yeah.
Personally.
I think he was better than Jables.
Yeah.
He was not as good as Micah. Micah drummed his fucking doors off.
I never heard Micah play drums.
Micah's a monster. He's an absolute. He's been playing drums his entire life.
Yeah.
He grew up with a fucking country band. All they did was play music.
Yeah.
His granddad built guitars. He's a drummer.
I knew a guy, I don't know if he still drums or not, but the last time I heard from him, he was in like 7 bands. And this kid could drum his fucking ass off. He was like that. He played since he was a little kid. His name was Damian Allen. He was a fucking great drummer.
I also want to clarify, like, when I said Brad's better than Jables, Jables was a good drummer. Like,
Yeah.
he utilized his cymbals much more than Brad did.
Yeah, I mean, I never had any complaints about Jables' drumming.
He kept better rhythm than Brad.
Yeah.
Brad was kind of in it for himself.
Yeah. Jables, as part of the rhythm section, you got to lock in with the drummer. The bass player and the drummer have to be able to lock together to, form a groove. Because every song, no matter what, has some kind of groove. And if your drummer and your bass player can't get it together, you don't have a song anymore,
You remember Jable's long-ass nails?
Yeah, those coke nails.
Yeah.
Kid didn't even do coke, as far as I know.
Yeah, I seen him do coke, but he didn't do it like...
He didn't do it with his fingernails?
No, he didn't do it with his fingernails. He just had fingernails. You know?
Yeah, that was weird. Maybe it was just a phase or something.
Yeah. Well, I think he cut him as soon as he had to get a job.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, I mean, I guess the reason he grew them is just, like, it was amazing how, like, they looked like he had press-on fucking nails.
Yeah.
Like, he naturally had the nails that women get.
Yeah, you know, like, women are very envious of that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like, if you can actually grow your nails like that, like my wife, she has nails like that. Her fingernails grow, and it looks like acrylics.
It's just her fingernails.
But it's just her fingernails. You know, that's like a point of pride. It's almost like dudes with their cock size.
Yeah. I was thinking about fingernails when I was washing dishes today. I was like, as I was scrubbing my fucking cast iron skillet, I was like, why do we assume women do this with their fucking long ass nails? Like, this would suck. Like, as soon as you get your lady a manicure, she's not touching them dishes, boy.
No.
You are washing the dishes, boy.
I saw this woman, and her fingernails were literally about as long as her fingers were. And I didn't say this out loud, but I remember thinking to myself, I was like, how do you wipe your ass?
Oh my God, how do they? They got to do they got to go off the knuckle. You know what I mean? They got to put the fucking toilet paper right there.
See, that's just an alien notion to me.
Yeah. How do they? You reckon they use a stick? Reckon that'd be simpler.
I reckon it would be. I mean, if you just wrap the toilet paper around the stick and jimmy it up there, I mean, that's one way to do it.
Well, if you got enough dexterity. Like, women in general are more flexible than us.
I mean, yeah, I can definitely
imagine. Maybe they put their leg up on the counter, like they're finna receive.
I don't even know, man. Like, it's just such a foreign concept to me to do anything other than, you know,
wipe
how
your
ass.
Do it. Yeah,
it's just,
that's a pretty good way for men to realize, oh, I'm a little fat. whenever you start having to reach extra, because there's too much taking up your arm space.
Yeah. Well, there's two sides to that, because, like, I used to be kind of buff.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, I actually had muscles, not just fat. Because I worked out a lot. And there was parts of my back I could not touch.
Yeah.
And also, like, damn it, I keep hitting that. When I could still, like, wipe my ass. That wasn't an issue. But I could see how some dudes, like bodybuilders and, you know, strongmen and stuff like that, I could see how it could be a problem for them.
Get the fucking T-Rex arms going.
Yeah, you know, you got little arms and a big body, and this actually reminds me of something. You know who Steve Harvey is, don't you?
No idea who Steve Harvey is.
So he's Black Dr. Phil.
Okay. Well, immediately I know who you're talking about.
Yeah. No. So yeah, Steve Harvey had a morning show, and they used to do this bit. I don't know if they do or not still, but it's called the Strawberry Letter.
Strawberry Letter.
Yeah. It's this little portion of the show where somebody would write in with a problem, and they would try to, like, talk it out on the radio and give them some advice. And this one woman wrote in, and I can't do it verbatim, but basically her husband had gotten so fat that he could not wipe his ass anymore, and she was having to do it for him. And Steve basically goes on a tangent of, somebody's going to wipe your ass, but it ain't going to be me. Either you get your thumb and you wrap that toilet paper around it until your thumb is about 7 times bigger than what it normally is, and you wedge it up there and do that. Or you get you a stick and you wrap the toilet paper around that. If we got to get new sheets and put them on the bed, and you go to the corner of the bed and wipe your ass, you know, hell, I'll take you in the backyard and squirt you off with the water hose, but somebody is going to wipe your ass, but it ain't going to be me.
So you reckon maybe the bidet is the solution?
The bidet would be a very good solution for that fella.
But you still got to dry it off, huh?
I mean, you could air dry.
Just imagine a naked fat guy sprinting down the street. What are you doing? I'm air drying my ass. I got a new bidet. It works great.
It could dry off in the house. You don't got to go sprinting down the street to go dry your ass.
But air drying? I don't know why immediately.
We're going streaking.
We're going streaking.
Yeah,
Fucking. There's easier ways. You could put a towel on the arm of the couch.
yeah. But that's the point. Somebody's going to wipe your ass, but it ain't going to be me.
Yeah.
And there was one part in there. We'll get you some tokens for the car wash down the street at the gas station.
Oh, boy.
And you can sit on the hood of the car, and I'll ride you through there. But somebody's going to wash your ass, and it ain't going to be me.
I can see that. Steve Harvey's deadpan. Ugh. It is like deadpan delivery.
Yeah.
No sell face.
I love Steve Harvey.
Yeah.
Fucking Family Feud is egregiously underrated.
You know, it's so weird that we're on the same wavelength as that fucking Burt Kreischer Joe Rogan podcast.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, they talked about Steve Harvey.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Burt Kreischer's wife has a huge crush on Steve Harvey.
Oh.
He said, I know if she's going to cheat, it's going to be with Steve Harvey. Because she loves Steve Harvey.
I mean, I wouldn't blame her.
I mean, you know.
I mean, he's a handsome fella, you know. And the suit. Come on, the man wears a good suit.
He does wear a good suit.
Yeah.
If
he is the
who would you trade your wife for Steve Harvey? Like who like if she gets Steve Harvey, who do you get?
That's a good question.
Who would you pick? It's got to be equivalent, you know. You know, you can't pick like fucking
like are we talking on famous level?
yeah.
Like a celebrity hall pass, so to speak.
Yeah, celebrity hall pass.
Who would I pick? I can give you a top 3. I don't know if I could narrow it down just right off the cuff, but Jennifer Aniston's up there.
Yep. Hot as fuck.
Let me think. Sofia Vergara.
Who dat?
You ever seen Modern Family?
Yeah, but I don't remember which one. There's so many family shows.
Let me think. Did you ever see the movie Chef with
Nope.
Shit, what else was she in?
Damn it, I'm really fucking this up.
Four Brothers?
Nope.
Fuck.
Say her name again.
Sofia Vergara. She is so fine.
Oh, damn, she is hot. Oh, I know this woman. She, fuck. God damn it. I've seen her in something. She was somebody's mom in something.
Probably Modern Family.
I didn't watch Modern Family.
I don't know. Go to her filmography.
I'm sorry, continue. This is a fruitless endeavor.
Yeah. So yeah, Jennifer Aniston, Sofia Vergara, and who else? Oh, Tiffany Haddish.
Tiffany Haddish.
Yeah, do you know who she is?
No.
She's a stand-up comedian.
Oh, let's see here. Tiffany Haddish. That might be attainable.
Oh, actually, I got a 4th.
Oh, she's pretty hot.
Yeah, she is beautiful.
That's not a flattering picture.
And funny as all get out. Like, funny as hell.
Funny as fuck. She looks like fucking Jada Smith.
Don't disrespect.
Look at this picture, dude. Come look at this picture.
I'm going to go look at it. Yeah, that's not a flattering picture.
Yeah, that's Jada Smith as fuck.
That's what she looks like this, and those couple pictures is what she looks like now.
Okay, yeah. I get that 100%.
Yeah.
I wouldn't put her in my top 3, but she's hot. Okay, so
it has a lot to do with her personality. Like
that makes sense.
She is legitimately like attractive to me, but then her personality is like what kicks it off.
Oh,
I have a 4th one if I can add a 4th one in.
add the 4th.
Taylor Tomlinson.
Taylor Tomlinson.
She is also a stand-up comedian. Cute as a fucking button.
Your wife is going to listen to this and be like, okay, all right. Oh, yeah, she is cute as a button. Wow. With the red lipstick, hard sell.
Yeah.
Damn it. Okay. Yeah, easy. I'm in.
All right, so I've given mine.
Aubrey Plaza.
What's your what?
Aubrey Plaza.
Oh, I forgot about her. Yeah.
I'd fuck the shit out of Aubrey Plaza.
Yeah. I could definitely see it.
Her and Ramona Flowers.
Yeah, you don't see her in a lot of stuff anymore. The girl that played her.
God, she was hot.
She is. The colored hair was what did it for me.
Aubrey Plaza, number 1.
Oh, and Zooey Deschanel.
Zooey Deschanel, also Katy Perry, because they're the same person.
Basically, yeah.
Just Katy Perry has bigger tits.
So much better.
Oh my God. Anyway.
Kat Dennings.
Kat Dennings is pretty hot too.
Yeah.
But I'd still take Aubrey Plaza over all of them.
Yeah.
I don't know why. It's just her personality. It's just how fucking weird she is. I just yeah.
Yeah. Did you ever see I can't remember the name of it. It was like Mike and Dave Need Dates or something other like that. It's Zac Efron and the guy from Workaholics.
The long-haired dude?
No, the short-haired guy.
Got you.
They did a movie. It was Aubrey Plaza and some other girl. I can't remember who she was now. But basically, Zac Efron and the guy from Workaholics, they're brothers, and they need dates to their sister's, I think, wedding in Hawaii. And if they can't find dates to go on this with them, they're not allowed to come to the wedding.
Jesus.
And hijinks ensue, and they find these chicks, and these chicks are like friends too. And they're kind of scheming to get to go to Hawaii, and they end up, it's kind of a rom-com. They end up falling in love with each other.
Oh, got you.
But it's not like Silver Linings Playbook rom-com. It's like fucking, it's good shit.
Yeah, that makes sense. I didn't realize I had a crush on Aubrey Plaza because she was in Scott Pilgrim too.
Was she?
Yeah,
she was. She was
the mouth bleep girl.
Yeah.
Fucking never fucking mind how I'm doing it. I didn't really even notice her in that movie because Ramona Flowers was so hot.
Yeah.
But then I watched this show
Parks and Rec.
I mean, I watched Parks and Rec. That's not where I noticed her. I watched it was this FX show about it was Legion.
Legion?
Yeah.
I never saw it.
It's a X-Men spinoff. Legion is the son of Professor X. And in the comics, he's a fucking bad dude. Like, he's literally like another, like...
Magneto?
More like another Jean Grey.
Oh.
Yeah. He's got... So, the premise of the show is there's this guy, his name is David Haller, and he has been in like psychiatric wards his entire life. He's got, schizophrenia, multiple personalities, and all this other stuff. And this crew of superpowered people find him, and they're like, you have superpowers, David. They've been giving you this medicine to dumb them down. And all of these weird psychosis things, those are just side effects of your powers. So you're not sick, David. You are a mutant. And because all the people that were with them had similar experiences, they'd believe, they were convinced of their powers because they've seen them. They've used them. They know they have the powers.
Yeah.
And the doctor's like, no, sweet thing. No, you don't have any powers. You're a human. And was just convinced that they were sick and would medicate them.
Yeah.
Right? But they were actually wrong about David. David actually was sick. He just also had powers.
Yeah.
And when he was an infant, a being known as the Shadow King had a psychic duel with Professor X. And Professor X banished him. Or he thought he had banished him. But what happened was that the Shadow King just latched onto his son David. Because David had untapped potential. Tons of psychic energy all over him. because he's another Jean Grey.
Yeah.
He's a fucking class 5 mutant. I am a fucking nerd. It just dawned on me when I knew what class.
Yeah, because I don't even know that.
Well, there's, class 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
Yeah, 5 being the highest, I imagine.
Yeah. So David, what was weird about Legion, his name was Legion because we are many.
Yeah.
Because he's so many people at once.
Yeah, because he's a schizophrenic.
Right. And what was interesting about him is all his different personalities had different levels of power.
Oh.
Yeah, like some of them were actual demons. Fucking world-ending demons, with the power to end the world.
That's fucking terrifying.
But some of them just had weird little quirks and abilities. Like they could read your mind, know what you're thinking about. But that's about it.
just a quirky little feller.
Yeah, just his different personalities had access to different levels of power. And so in the show, while you're watching him, the show goes off on lots of tangents where he's kind of in his own brain, talking to people that aren't there. He's got this friend named Lenny that died, and she is played by Aubrey Plaza.
Yeah.
So, in his brain, he keeps seeing Aubrey Plaza. He has conversations with her throughout the season, even though she's dead. And you think it's just him being crazy, but Aubrey Plaza is the fucking Shadow King. She's in there, pulling his strings.
No shit.
He is representing himself through Aubrey Plaza. And God, she is a fucking amazing villain. She is so good. Are you okay there, sir? You having some issues?
Yeah, I'm just fixing my mic stand. I'll be ready.
You gonna get it?
Yeah, I got it.
You got it?
I got it.
You got it?
Yeah.
Looks like you don't have it yet.
Fuck you.
But yeah.
Shit. Righty tighty, lefty loosey.
God damn it, Kevin.
All right, I got it.
Jesus Christ.
Sorry.
But yeah, she was the Shadow King. And she was just so fucking epic as the Shadow King. And yeah, she made that show. If it wasn't for her, that show would have sucked.
Oh, that's interesting. I didn't realize she had played like a villain like that.
Fuck, yeah. She was a psychological.
Usually she's just like the quirky girl, in whatever she's in.
She was so good at being a batshit crazy fucking monster. She was manipulating him. She was literally manipulating him from the inside and just turning him in different directions.
Yeah.
And at some point there was another character. She's almost like Rogue. If she makes skin-to-skin contact with anyone, they change bodies. She doesn't take your power, so she just swaps bodies. They swap consciousness.
That's crazy.
But whenever you swap consciousness with somebody, the powers are attached to the body, not the mind.
Yeah.
So David's now in her fucking, derpy little body, and she's in David's body, and she's got all these powers, and she sees the fucking Shadow King, and she's freaking out, and she literally sinks people into the floor. She melds people into walls, she does crazy shit.
Wow.
That's the kind of power he has. He can do anything. He is a reality warper. And then, yeah, he gets his body back. He's like, what was that thing? What was that thing in there? Talking about Aubrey Plaza. But yeah, that's when I really noticed her. She was really hot.
Yeah. I
don't know why I thought that was so fucking enticing.
Yeah.
Her evil ass.
I don't know. What kind of, I guess, put her on my radar is at the end of that Mike and Dave Need Dates.
Mm-hmm.
She and the the workaholics guy, they're over and down an alley kind of fucking. But she's the one standing and he's got his legs up.
That's an Aubrey Plaza scene if I ever heard one.
Yeah. It's like she's fucking him.
She's the man. That was fucking Amazon position. Or she...
oh. Okay, I didn't realize there was a name for it, but okay.
Yeah, there's whenever the dude throws his legs up and she comes at you like you would come at her.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's called the Amazon position because she's taking it.
I mean, your dick is still in her vagina.
Right, but she's doing all the work.
Okay.
She's taking it from you.
Yeah.
She's not being given it. She's taking
She's
it.
not getting it. She's taking it.
Right.
Yeah.
she's
Liam Neesoning it.
She's Liam Neesoning it.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. If you say it fast, you can do it.
Yeah.
If you slow it down.
Liam Neesoning. There we go.
Liam Neesoning.
I got it.
I thought about Liam Neeson today, too.
I thought about him, too. Apparently, that dude is fucking bonkers.
Yeah?
Yeah, he pisses on himself in public all the time.
Why?
I don't know.
Well, he's old.
Yeah, but
somebody might want to put a finger up his ass.
He might need to get a prostate exam. But no, there's like a lot of pictures of him on the internet with
pissy pants
with pee pants.
Wow.
Like I don't. If it's an incontinence thing, then I don't want to speak ill of it. But if this is like a crazy thing, homeboy needs some help.
You remember that episode of Family Guy where Peter was talking about how he was so sure he could kick the shit out of Liam Neeson?
Yeah, then Liam Neeson kicked the absolute dog shit out of him.
Liam Neeson came to town. I heard you've been talking about me, Peter. I found you.
You think you can find me and beat me up? Well, here I am, Peter.
Fucking whooped his ass.
Yeah. Liam Neeson beat Peter up more than the chicken did.
Yeah, he won. Peter beat the chicken like 4 different times.
Yeah.
I bet they keep fighting. I bet there's new chicken fights.
Oh, of course there will be. Yeah, they're on like their 22nd some odd season.
Yeah. I'll never catch up because I don't care enough.
No, I don't really care to watch it anymore, really.
It's kind of sad because of how big a part of teenagerdom it was.
Yeah.
Like it kind of shaped my fucking sense of humor.
A little bit. Between that, Family Guy less so, because there's not jokes that you can really tell to people that don't get
That's
Family
true,
Guy,
but
like so take South Park for instance.
Yeah.
You know, they had those things cranked out every week.
Yep.
You know, during the season. So you could make jokes that you got from South Park to somebody that didn't watch South Park about what was going on that week.
Yeah. It's just topical.
Yeah.
But
whereas Family Guy, you had to be 17 years old but know about everything from the 80s to get the jokes and make the jokes. You know what I mean?
I remember there was this one slightly newer episode. I was like 20-something when it came out.
Yeah.
And at one point, they made a joke about Joe Pesci being a tough guy.
Yeah, I think I know.
Yeah,
what
and he
you're
was like,
about.
Peter looked at the camera and was like, "Oh, you don't know who that is because you're like 14." Well, this, and he held up Joe Pesci with one hand. He said, "In the '90s, this was a tough guy."
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. I mean, he was though.
He was a tough guy.
He was a short little fuck, but I mean, he was a tough guy.
Well, he's from Jersey.
Yeah.
You know, it's a Jersey boy.
The Jersey thing.
Yeah, you wouldn't understand.
Yeah.
Well, we've been going for 2 hours and 20 some odd minutes.
About ready to wrap it up?
Yeah, it's a pretty good place. We didn't get to talk about the Red Hot Chili Peppers, though.
That's okay. We'll save it for next time.
Okay. Well, all right.
Well, this has been the I'm Not Going to Work Tomorrow podcast, and I'm definitely not going to work tomorrow.
I'm going to say that I'm not, but I totally am.